Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Ephemeral Orb, the post very special episode session that might in itself be a very special episode. Who knows? Being completely honest, last week's very special episode was a very on the fly thing. We didn't plan for it to be special. But enough about how the sausage is made. Dear viewers, before we go into our usual reminder. This episode is posted on Skoll Shorties channel. The next episode shall be posted on Sir Thompshire's channel. You can find all of our links in the description below. And the episode after that shall be posted on my channel, Teeironor. Again, all our links in the description. And afterwards, it will be once again back on Skoll Shorties channel. Now, I've rolled some dice in the background, and before we go into the recap and all our usual stuff, the dice have determined that Skoll should be the first person to introduce themselves and their character. Would you please go ahead?
Hello, I am Skoll, but for this I am Buhd. Formerly, or I don't even know anymore as title, that might need to be updated at this point. Buhd. But he used to be First Mate Buhd. And he is an ogre pirate, with a heart of gold, and he's very sad and very confused at the moment, but at least he's got some good old buddies.
Yeah. Next on the list according to the dice is Sir Thompshire.
Greetings, and as always, I'll be playing Benjamin Aaran, the sellsword, and he's kind of in a pickle like everyone else, so let's see how it goes, and hopefully everyone survives and lives happily ever after.
We shall see. Unironically, dear viewers, I did ask the players before we started recording to begin thinking about backup characters. No reason. Okay. Next, according to the holy dice, would be Zelris. Could you please go ahead?
I'm Zelris, and I play a cool elf, and I make very good decisions in this campaign.
Oh, very. I unironically love that you are playing your character very true to themselves, even when it means making decisions that are unfavorable to the party. But I do respect that about you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And next, according to the holy dice, would be DoomGoblin. Could you please go ahead?
Yeah, hello, I'm DoomGoblin and I'm playing Dwarven Rogue / Shadow Priest, Captain Bladebeard. Yeah.
That's a self-qualifier. He doesn't actually do that yet. Maybe. Who knows? So,
yeah.
Before we get into the actual thing, I would very much like to ask the owner of the channel you guys are watching this on, Skoll, to remind us about what happened last time. Skoll, could you please go ahead?
Yep, I will totally do that right now at this very moment.
You're a fucking liar.
I am not lying.
You're lying right now, right to our faces.
I am a professional person who is doing this right now as I speak, so let's go ahead and do the recap.
This bit's going on for too long, let's stop.
After recovering from the group's most recent violent argument, Captain Bladebeard and First Mate, or Captain Buhd, were contacted by their mutual friend Zelgaga, the troll witch asked them to acquire a spherical artifact from Baron Revelgaz in exchange for not killing Golden Skoll's inhabitants. Captain Bladebeard vehemently refused, while Buhd accepted and was joined in his endeavor by Lyri Roseguard. The dwarf pirate also traveled to the Baron, however, in an attempt to scare him into fleeing Golden Skoll, but because of Zelgaga's magical intervention, only succeeded at scaring him into another bout of drinking. Buhd and Lyri also arriving shortly afterwards, searching the Baron's house for the artifact, but only managed to find paperwork relating to it. They later found the Baron drunk, who told us that the artifact was left in Booty Bay, words which illustrated Zelgaga's wrath. Buhd quickly convinced the Baron to start evacuating the island. though with no plan on where to go, and returned to the ship along with Lyri. There the party faced off against the storm's whale, a mythical terror of the sea, now somehow bound to Zolgaga's service. Lyri managed to deal the final blow to the creature by blowing up a large chunk of the ship and Bladebeard with it. As the Doroth pirate lay dying, a whisper in his mind promised him a new chance at life, in exchange for taking it. In spite of Benjamin Aaran, Buhd, and Lyri's efforts, Bladebeard with Ironbeard and Thrignir's assistance thus retrieved Zaltath from Kiri's now abandoned quarters and healed himself. Our hero's strongly worded debate was interrupted, however, by a cannon broadside from a foreign ship. Zolgaga's servants had arrived on the island.
Thank you, Skoll. Before we get into the actual gameplay events, for both our audience and for you guys, the players, I should explain a couple of, I wouldn't say rules, but specifications. As you can see, we are on a map at the moment. All of you control your individual tokens that you can see on the map. Though obviously I would ask you not to move them yet. I will mention, one thing I mentioned to your players. All of you can see, yeah, I see you moving. All of you can see the Sunsurge twins over here, the Baron over here. That's just a representation of this. This is that person's ship. It does not necessarily mean that said person will be on their ship. Maybe they will be, maybe they will not be. One other thing is that, well, to put it into scale, if you remember in our sessions, it took you almost up to 5 minutes to walk from the Moonsong's Folly to Marjani's ship, which is the closest. And we'll be following that scaling. But again, I mentioned walking, running will obviously be faster. And as you guys are acting and doing stuff, things will also happen in the background. The world will not sit still for you guys. You are only a small part of it, at the moment at least. One other thing, you guys will see on screen, you have your adjacent NPCs. You also have Tayu and Kerados on the map. These are, again, NPCs that you 90% know where they are. And as you discover more people on the map, I will obviously place them on the map. But yeah, that's where you know that Tayu and Kerados, at least you're 90% sure that they are on the map. I think that's about it for the instruction bit. Oh yeah, DoomGoblin, I should mention, because we were talking what would happen if Zaltath is removed from you, etc, etc. I will mention your stunt about the voice on the other side or whatever will still apply if Zaltath is taken away from you, okay?
Alright, I mean it isn't her, it's the other voice.
Okay.
Alright, makes sense.
Yeah. So to set the exact scene of where we left off, you guys, after Bladebeard, you healed yourself by picking up Zaltath, you were kind of arguing with each other on the deck of the ship. You know, the usual stuff you were arguing about, when all of you were suddenly surprised by a broadside of cannon fire from a ship crewed by undead people. And at that moment you also realized, oh shit, the ship we're on, the Moonsong's Folly, is sinking. We kind of need to get off of it. As to whether you do that together or separately or stick around more or do whatever, it's obviously up to you. And I think it's as good a place as any to start the scene. So you've just realized, oh shit, that ship fired on us, we probably need to get off this ship.
Time to go.
Alright, do we see Gornvesk and other crewmen?
No, the ship is pretty much completely abandoned, at least as far as you know. you like saw in passing during like the fight and in the aftermath of the explosion, people fleeing the ship, and at this point the ship is pretty much completely empty.
Was Bladebeard with us by the end of the session?
Yep,
Yeah, Bladebeard got hit by one of the cannons.
and as did Lyri.
Mm-hmm.
Oh right, I forgot to mention for our viewers. I mentioned it to the players and that's why I forgot for the viewers. You will notice that your stress and level 2 consequences haven't gone away yet because you haven't had a chance to rest yet. That might be important.
But
Oh, and one other thing I also forgot to mention. Thank you, Zelris, for reminding me. Buhd and Bladebeard know the positions of like the captains, etc. because they went to the pirate captains meeting and they know where everyone's ship is. Benjamin and Lyri know only very partial information. Like Benjamin knows where Marjani and Mekko's ships are, and Lyri even less than that. Just
God, this is a massive setup.
And also funnily enough, this is just a pure coincidence, but the people who know the most about the island are also the most injured.
Alright. Bladebeard is going to leave the ship and go to the beach.
Rude.
Are we not going to stop him?
There's more important things to take care of now. But how are you feeling?
Whoa, excuse me?
Look, we're sinking. I don't know if there's anyone trapped in here or anything, but Bladebeard is the least of our concerns.
Don't ask me how I'm feeling. Just get us off here.
Shouldn't we help other crew on ship?
Mm-hmm. Is anybody still on here?
You guys hear another broadside. Can I get from Benjamin, Buhd, and Lyri, how good do you guys avoid cannon fire from the undead ship?
I hear it and I kind of duck.
Mm-hmm.
Like duck, just kind of jump onto prone.
Buhd, Benjamin?
Yeah, I guess I'd do something similar, like throw myself on the ground or something.
Okay.
Yeah, Buhd throws himself forward to try and dodge it.
Mm-hmm. Roll your quick, please. Okay.
Oh no.
Benjamin, you take 1 damage. How do you take 1 damage?
I don't remember. Is the stresses that show up is the ones that I can still use, or the ones that I've been
The
taking?
ones you have.
Yeah, those are your wounds, not reusable ones.
Okay, then I guess there goes my level 2 stress box.
Okay. And Buhd, how do you take 2 damage?
Let's go ahead and give a look-see.
Does it have to be in level 2 consequence?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't I
yeah.
say I say level 2 stress box, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
you-
right. I'm sorry, Thompshire. I'm sorry about that. You are completely right. I misheard you. Okay. Buhd will get splinters then.
Okay.
Buhd, 1 more hit and you're out.
Oh no.
This is what I was saying, Skoll.
We need to search the ship and leave as fast as possible.
But not feeling so good.
Can somebody please get Buhd off? Off the ship?
Can I trust you to take him out of the ship?
Surely there's better places for me to be than taking Buhd away.
At this point, Buhd, the Archmage who was nearby and like cowering from like the cannon fire will attempt to teleport you away. Would you agree?
I don't think Buhd has much of a resistance at this point. I think he wants to get out of here, to be honest. He does not feel he is emotionally drained right now, so
Oh no.
Oh no, this is...
Okay.
Can we
Oh, no.
pretend this roll didn't happen?
Buhd gets teleported into the fucking volcano.
Okay. Buhd, you
Uh-huh.
find yourself atop the cliffs overlooking the Baron's house.
Oh, I guess that's not terrible.
Yeah.
Unless it's like half buried.
No. While you're like getting your bearings, can you do me a careful roll?
Me?
Yeah, you'll be difficulty 2. You see that there are at least 2 more undead-looking ships approaching the island from the north.
That don't look so good. Where everyone go? Oh, Bud by himself. Oh, Bud gotta figure out. The lady that Bud and I cuddle with. Oh, I'll go to her. That would sound like a good idea to Bud. Does Bud agree? Yeah, Bud sounds like a good idea. Okay.
Speaking of cuddling, out of character, Thompshire, Bud is at the place where you and Meridia had that quote-unquote date at.
Oh, right. It was there. Yeah.
Also,
When she told him that she's going to imprison us all.
Yeah. That's good times.
What a nice day.
Yeah, I know, right?
also, Bladebeard, feel free to like move your token off the ship to like represent that you're off, along with Frignir and Ironbeard, if you like.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Meanwhile, on the ship, the Archmage will like tell to you, Benjamin and Lyri, I've teleported him away. Honestly, I'm not exactly sure where, but he should be safe. We need to go now. Is there anything left on the ship?
Well, we should at least look for survivors under the deck, right?
Mm-hmm. Does Kyrie have anything we need to, bring back?
That she's a blue dragon. She probably has a horde of magical artifacts in there. If you want, I can go look while you search the ship.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Meridia will nod at you and run into Kyrie's cabin.
Then I guess we'll try to look for survivors under the deck.
Mm-hmm. I will do the same.
Maybe you could give me an extra little point.
Mm-hmm. I'll do that. I'll give you a
Yeah.
I'll give you a whatever it's called. An extra +1 because my careful is really bad.
Well, a little bit before that, Bladebeard, what are you doing at the moment?
Do I see the crewman of Kizzy?
No, but
Around.
you do see people panicking and running in the opposite direction of the incoming undead ship.
By the way, I just thought I'd mention you're the only person who calls Kyrie Kizzy.
It's her gnome name, and they first met when she was a no.
Yeah, I just thought it's funny. I know, that's all.
I don't see anyone.
You don't see anyone. Well, you don't see anyone from Kyrie's crew. You see like maybe a few people from Buhd Bay, but nobody important.
Where would they go?
Well, they're running away from like this corner of the map because they think there are people attacking from that corner of the map, and also because the Baron sounded the alarm for an evacuation, and they're running in the direction of like the other ships on the map. Except for Marjani's because she is closest to the fighting.
Alright, I'll go to her ship then.
Okay.
I assume that Kyrie's crew is there. It's the closest ship, so I'll go there.
You are free to make that assumption. Are you walking or running?
Can I run? I'm pretty hurt.
You're hurt, but like the majority of your wounds were healed by Zalatath. The stuff that she hasn't healed is things that will take longer but don't impede your ability to like run or participate in combat. But you do feel like if you can't suffer too much damage at the moment.
Alright, I'll run. And I don't know how fast are my bodyguards, but they will follow.
They will keep pace with you. But Zalatath will whisper in your mind, "My dear, I can help you further, but, well, a little bit of quid pro quo? What do you say?
I don't know that word.
Of course. Help me, help you. Being honest, being in prison for so long was such a boring experience. I need to get my proverbial muscles limbered up. And, well, if I get a bit of extra power, I can help you to move past from your current wounds. What do you say?
Sure, I mean, if we find any power lying around,
Well,
you can have it.
I also have a bit of a, let's say, specific request.
Can it wait? I mean, we are running from a...
Oh, I think it can be done fairly quickly. My dear, do you have anyone you wish dead?
I can think of a couple of people, yeah.
Well, why don't you stab them with me? And, again, help me, help you.
Alright, if I see anyone I wanna stab, I'll stab them. Makes sense.
Good boy.
Good, girl? Dagger?
No.
What's your name?
She hesitates for a little bit, but then chuckles and says, "You can call me Zalatath."
Alright, can I call you like Zelly for short?
No response.
Alright, I'll continue running towards Rajani.
Okay. Buhd, are you also heading to Marjani?
That's the
The lady you slept with, yeah.
that was Bud's goal, yes, because he knows her.
Mm-hmm.
So he's heading towards that direction.
Well, Bladebeard, if you're running, it will take you like 2.5 minutes to reach there, to reach Marjani. But because you're like on top of some cliffs and you need to like focus on scaling, etc., it'll take you like 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Meanwhile, Benjamin and Lyri, you two were searching the ship for looking for survivors specifically.
Yep.
Okay. How would you like to do this? Both of you roll careful, or one of you and the other assists?
I will assist Mr. Benjamin.
Very well. Please roll, Mr. Benjamin. You'll get
I
a
would
plus
assume my stunt applies, right?
one. Yep, it would. So that's a 5. Okay. With that, I will say, as you probably inspect some of the bodies, for lack of a better term, that were left in the aftermath of Lyri's explosion, you'll take their pulse, and the vast majority of them are indeed dead. Not too many casualties, only 5 people or so died as an aftermath of Lyri's explosion, but those 5 are dead. Or if they didn't die in the aftermath of the explosion, you see some shrapnel impaling them either from the explosion or the cannon fire. You're not sure, you were occupied at the moment to notice. So you don't find survivors from that point of view. But you do, because it's a 5, I will say you do remember that you have 2 prisoners on board.
Okay. Do we risk it? That's the question.
I'm also curious if Lyri has any reaction, since she's assisting Benjamin, if she has any reaction to realizing that she killed 5 people. Approximately.
Doesn't say anything.
Okay.
Where would the brig be placed?
On the bottom deck, and the aft side of the ship, where I also placed whatchamacallit, Tayu's token. You guys were sort of in the middle.
Is the way clear?
For the moment, yes.
Then I guess I would check it.
Okay, as you, Lyri, do you follow?
No, I asked Benjamin where he's going.
We have prisoners. It would be, well, not too nice to let them sink with the ship.
Do you really need me for this?
I'll be honest with you. I don't want to stay down here alone.
Fine. So I'll follow Benjamin in.
All of you hear another broadside and holes being poked into the ship, but because you are below deck and not at the sides of the ship, you don't need to roll to dodge them. Yeah.
Benjamin.
Look, let's just hurry, okay?
Fine.
Okay. As you reach the brig, Benjamin, you're going first, I presume, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As you reach the brig, on the bottom deck, the water was like at your waist, and you see in the brig is the Tayo, the orc assassin who went to kill you, chained up still. The water is also at her waist, and she has like a very resigned expression. As you enter, her eyes widen, and she will say, "Benjamin Aaran."
Please, we don't have time for this, and I'll just take my axe out and try to cut the chains or whatever is holding her.
Why would you save me?
Well, because I don't want anyone to sink with this ship.
She will sigh and say, "I was content to die here, but if you give me this other chance at life, I wish to kill the one who killed my master."
Bladebeard, right?
She nods.
Well, we'll talk about that later. Just get out of here, please.
You untie her, I presume.
Yeah.
And since you're using an axe, I will not ask you to roll, okay? As you release her, she inspects her wrists, feeling them sore, and she will say, "After my master's killer is dead, well, if you're still alive back then, I might come after you too. Are you fine with that?"
Well, I guess there's not much choice.
"I thank you for not letting me die like a trapped dog, at the very least. Loktar."
Hello, Tar?
She nods and walks past you to exit the ship.
I sigh. Is that it?
I think so. Let's get out of here as well before we're the ones sinking with the ship.
Mm-hmm. So I leave with Benjamin.
Yeah, as you leave, you'll hear another broadside. The undead ship has moved to this location. You will see, let me take her, Tayo the orc is running further into the island as you two approach the top deck. And you also see, not that, you also see the archmage exiting Kyrie's quarters. She'll shake her head and say, "Can't find anything, crafty dragon."
Fine. We just need to get off this ship.
She nods and motions for all of you to hurry up.
Yeah, and we shall.
Benjamin, because of your earlier role, you do remember that there's supposed to be one other prisoner on the ship that Kyrie hasn't whisked away somewhere.
Oh, is the crystal in her room? The crystallized
You haven't been to her room to.
To be honest, I think he'll be fine. If someone finds him in like 200 years, he'll be fine. He'll just have to be unfrozen.
Of course.
I don't think that... The thing about Tayo is that I knew where she was, and since I don't know where he is, I don't think I would bother.
Yeah. I'm not like criticizing your decision.
I'm just trying to explain my rationale, I guess.
Yeah. Just providing a reminder. Okay. Yeah, the Archmage nods and like exits the ship. You see Tayo running further inland. Just before we move up to Bladebeard, do you what do you do now that you successfully exit the ship?
I guess I first would try to look around to see what the hell is going on around me.
You see like, well, at the moment the area around your ship is mostly deserted because people have run away in that time. You see like this undead ship is preparing to dock nearby, like in between your ship and Marjani's ship, pretty much. You will also see like a crowd of people in the more central part of the island scrambling to get aboard the various ships.
We need to find somewhere to go.
Well, being honest, says the Archmage, I'm going to stay and help the civilians as much as I can. I'm going to... Right. Damn storm. I'm going to try and stop the undead.
That's literally suicide. Have you seen how many there probably is on that ship?
If I can buy just a minute of time for these people, it should be enough. Being honest, back at Buhd Bay, when I teleported all the civilians, I only teleported them nearby. I can't teleport them half a continent away.
Well,
is there any way we can get in contact with Kyrie?
Not that I know of.
Do you think you can teleport the civilians onto the ships?
Probably, but I imagine they're already... yeah, probably.
How long would that take?
Well, when we meet a civilian, I can teleport them, but...
Can we teleport something onto the undead ship?
Yeah, she looks at you. Go on.
I mean, just, like... We could sink their ship too. We don't have to kill every single one of them.
She looks thoughtful for a moment, but then nods and say, well, I guess even a blood oath can be good for something sometimes. Yes, it is possible.
I look back at the ship. The moon songs follow. There wouldn't be any more gunpowder in there, would there?
Roll me a careful, and Benjamin, feel free to also roll your careful. Oh, actually, you don't need to. Yeah, Lyri, you remember walking by like a few barrels of gunpowder aboard the Moonsong's Folly while you were searching the ship with Benjamin.
But if we teleport the gunpowder there, how do we make it explode?
With a complicated device known as a fuse, Benjamin.
Oh, do we have any on hand?
Well, there's plenty of rope on hand, and I've seen you cast fire spells, Mrs. Bloodoath.
Yes, but do we have anybody strong enough to move an entire barrel of gunpowder?
We don't need to move anything. I just need to go there and teleport it.
Oh yeah. I scratch my head.
But we do need to set up the fuse.
Okay. I'll go find the gunpowder. You follow me.
The Archmage nods and walks after you. Benjamin, what do you do?
I'm not sure what can I do.
Find some rope, you lazy bum.
Yes, ma'am. I go and try to find some rope.
Roll me a careful, Benjamin. Yeah, you do eventually find rope, and you also hear the Archmage giggle at Lyri's remark.
That's
I
meant to
guess
be
I'll-
above board, but I don't care.
Oh, okay.
No, it's good. It's good in character. I don't mind.
I guess I'll bring the rope to wherever they are.
Well, before that, because this would happen kind of at the same time, Bladebeard, as you approach Marjani's ship, you see not too many refugees like trying to get aboard her ship, because her ship is the closest to the apparent danger. But we see like the ship raising anchor and preparing to sail off.
Alright, can I get onto the ship? Is there a plank or whatever connected?
It's being raised at the moment, but you are close enough to like interact with the crewmen who are raising it, if that makes sense.
Alright, I yell at them. Hey! Oi!
Who's that? Bladebeard, what are you doing here? Get back to your own ship.
My ship was stolen by a witch. Don't you remember?
The newcomer ship, whatever.
Yeah, it exploded. It was destroyed by the whatever Burning Legion ship.
They look at each other. One of them shrugs, and you see Marjani herself, like walking to the side of the ship. She looks at you and says, "Bladebeard, we're about to sail into the mouth of danger. Wanna lend a hand?"
Of course. Can you squeeze me in?
She gives you a smile and motions for the crewmen to like lower the plank so that Bladebeard and your escorts can come in.
Alright, I enter.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is Rignir and Ironbeard. My new two crewmen.
Where did you pick those two up from? Says
Uh,
Johnny.
A long story. I'll tell you over a drink if we survive.
Tell you what, Bladebeard. If we survive, give me a date with this tall iron person. Tall iron guy, I guess.
It's a deal.
She smiles at you and like claps you on the back, and her ship, like the Makemba, yeah, that's the name, the Makemba, raises anchor and prepares to sail off.
Oh no.
But as you like continue approaching, you see Marjani's ship like raising anchor and preparing to sail off. You think that you will not make it in time. Skoll?
We can't hear you, Skoll.
I turn my microphone off so you don't hear click.
Oh no. Plan B then, Plan B. There are a lot of other ships. Oh, she might not like Buhd. Baron and Seafleet, man, they not so good either. Night Elf people, they sort of nice, little crazy, but
I will remind you that the Buhd Buccaneers said that they are here. If that influences your decision in any way.
Bud's crew is on their ship too. Alright, yeah, we go to Night Elf place. They hopefully good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you start heading in that direction, which will take you, because you're like scaling down a mountain, 20 to 30 minutes, depending on your pace. When you like finish scaling down the mountain, I will ask you if you're walking or running, okay?
Alright.
Okay. So yeah, Marjani's ship starts sailing. For the viewers and for the players, I can't rotate tokens, so presume that she's sailing not parallel to the island, if that makes sense. And Bladebeard and your escorts, you're aboard her ship, and the Makemba is moving to engage this undead ship. Bladebeard, can you roll me a careful roll, difficulty 4?
Alright. 2.
Okay, that's all the information I'll give you for now. Benjamin and Lyri. Lyri because of your earlier role, and Benjamin as well. Lyri, you find a barrel, and Benjamin, you find rope. And the Archmage follows Lyri.
Okay.
Well, we found a barrel. Should get Benjamin to get over here already.
I take a big deep breath.
Well, actually, I'm going to roll a d2 or something. Okay. Okay. Fortunately, the barrel was above deck, not below deck, and so the powder didn't get wet with the sinking ship.
This should be usable, I think.
I'm not an expert. Benjamin!
Fine, I'm here.
Okay. And you've brought rope. How would you go about attaching this makeshift fuse to the barrel?
Don't ask me.
Well, I'm asking you because I need to determine what you're going to roll.
Well, I was planning to giving the rope to them.
The Archmage looks at it and says, I honestly have no clue how to set this whole thing up. I can just teleport it.
Just give it to me.
Have fun.
Okay. How do you set up the fuse, Lyri?
I put one end of the rope deep into the gunpowder and then have the other end kind of sticking out over the top.
Roll me a clever. Okay. Okay. You do that. Okay. You have,
Right.
as far as you are aware, set up your little timed bomb, let's say.
I don't know how well this will work.
On this end, right?
What?
I assume we'll light the fuse on this end, right?
No, we are not lighting the fuse on this end. Are you kidding me?
Well, it's easier than to let our aim for the right. Am I?
Well, we need to light the fuse just before we teleport the barrel. They're not going to light the fuse themselves.
Why?
Are you a marksman throwing fireballs?
No, but I don't think this is good enough to leave the chance. Can you teleport me with the barrel?
The Archmage gives you a look like you just said something insane. But she will stutter and say, what? Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. It's fine.
Then I'm going with you.
No, you're not.
I'm not just going to let you sacrifice yourself just like
I'm
that.
not sacrificing myself, dummy.
Do you have a plan then?
Of course I have a plan.
The Archmage looks at Benjamin.
Can you really pull it off?
I'm sure. I don't trust lighting this thing on our end.
Okay, fine, but let us position ourselves for some supportive fire at least.
Just make a big distraction for a few seconds. I can light it, and it will all be fine.
Well, I guess that's a plan. Benjamin, let's go make... Well, you go ahead. I will prepare the teleportation spell and then join you as soon as possible.
Well, I'll do my best.
Okay. So, Benjamin, I presume you're running to like the aft of the ship, the part which will be closest to the enemy ship,
Yep.
which is still like a couple 100 meters away, for perspective's sake. You see another ship, which you think is Marjani's, with moving closer to engage, but you do presume that it won't be like damaged in the gunpowder explosion.
Okay.
Okay. Lyri and Archmage. The Archmage like positions herself like a few meters away from you, says, and begins casting and says, "Let me know when you're ready."
I'm ready.
She nods, and focuses on like what happened.
Shouldn't my distraction be first?
Teleport me and then do the distraction. Just in terms of doing it on the board, just because.
Okay. Well, if you do it afterwards, the Archmage can also participate, I guess. Okay.
Okay.
She starts weaving a spell, and Lyri, you find yourself teleported up. Actually, I can't put you on the thing. You find yourself teleported above on top of the enemy ship, and you find yourself surrounded by all sorts of like undead. They seem like forsaken crewmen who are all startled by your appearance, and a particularly fierce-looking undead woman wielding both a pistol and a gun. She's cackling madly at the helm, and once you teleport in, she yells, "Kill that scallywag!" Mwahaha! Benjamin, feel free to. Would you start distracting? The Archmage will join you.
I'd say I'd try to set fire to the sails.
Ooh, okay. Your
how
sails?
far-
Your sails?
No. How far is their ship?
Couple 100 meters.
Oh, okay. Then that might be a bit hard. Okay.
Not impossible, but hard.
I mean, my thing is like a smaller fireball, so it may be possible. What kind of roll would it be? Careful?
No, careful or forceful.
I mean, the Archmage is there too. Will she have a chance to do anything?
Yeah, she walks up to you, Benjamin, and says, "Well, got a plan for the distraction? Do you have a spell you want me to amplify, or should I just do my own thing?"
From this distance, the only thing I can think of is set their sails on fire. That would distract them for a bit.
You're a psycho.
She nods and begins conjuring something. And at your feet, Benjamin, you find yourself in like a circle filled with magical symbols. You suddenly feel like your spells are just a little bit better. In terms of game mechanics, she assists you with your roll.
Okay, then I guess I'll go ahead and try to toss a little. Not a little. I guess it would be a bit larger, but thanks to the magical circle towards like a sail that's far enough from Lyri to attract the people near her, but not far enough that they wouldn't bother.
Okay. So probably not one near the center mast because the Archmage teleported Lyri near the center. Okay. Roll me your careful or... Yeah, you'll be careful, I guess, in this case. And you get a +1. Okay, with a 4. Yeah, I think that's enough for you to set the sail on fire. But I'm going to roll a d2 to see which they care more about. Okay. Yeah, they care more about the sail being on fire. So, Lyri, as you teleport in, a few, like, the undead captain shouts her threats, and you see crewmen, like, closing in on you, but suddenly one of the front sails catches on fire, and, like, 90% of the crewmen who are surrounding you run off to the sail. The mad captain doesn't seem to notice. What do you do?
Well, I'm kind of a bit shocked because I didn't expect to be put like in the center on the top deck. So I kind of run to the edge of the deck, and I decide that the fuse is not worth it because they're everywhere. They're gonna put it out before it goes off naturally. So I'm just gonna shoot a fireball right at the
Well,
at the
yeah.
gunpowder itself, and hope that I can kind of jump
You're
it. But
roboting, but I get what you're trying to do. Okay. Well, I will need you first off to roll me your quick to see if you manage to move away, and I will roll something to oppose you. And I also need to roll for the captain. Just give me a second. Okay. The crewmen are too startled to stop you as you run away, but because of that roll, as you like begin running, you feel like bullet like flying centimeters past you, just having missed you. And as you look, you see the mad captain cackling at you.
I'm not very happy about that. But this is probably my best chance at surviving, is just blow up this gunpowder and just hope it takes them out as well.
Yep, it is a possibility.
I can't waste time on this ship. I look up and I see the sail on fire, and I'm like, if a single ember lands on that gunpowder, I'm toast anyway. I can't be on this ship for too long.
Well, meanwhile, as you like struggle with your decision, Bladebeard, as you like with your iron bodyguards are aboard Marjani's ship, and you start approaching the enemy, and Marjani like starts steering the ship to prepare to fire a broadside, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. She cheers and like shouts orders to her crew. She seems very enthusiastic about fighting. She's clearly been very bored aboard this island.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Bladebeard also starts yelling like, "You heard her! Fire!"
Yeah. Lyri, as you like struggle with your indecision, you hear cannon fire and see a nearby ship that belonged to like the local pirates fire in your direction. I need you to tell me how you defend against the cannon bolt.
I probably just try and duck again because I'm kind of in a bit of a precarious situation.
Roll me your quick. You have to take 1 point of damage.
I'll take my level 1 stress.
And I'm going to roll a d20. Oh no. Well,
This ship is toast.
Well, the shot is incredibly lucky and hits a gunpowder barrel conveniently positioned near the center of the ship. That detonates, which in turn detonates other gunpowder barrels stored aboard the ship, and the ship explodes. Lyri, the ship explodes around you. What do you do?
I mean, I'm right at the edge of the. Am I still at the edge of the boat?
No, you didn't have a chance to get at the edge of the boat. So I actually need you to tell me first how you defend from the explosion.
Oh, so I have to defend. Oh, jeez.
You're close
So I
to the
can't just use
explosion.
my stunt.
Unfortunately, you're close to the explosion.
Oof. So too close to use my stunt and just teleport away. Okay.
No, you have
I
to
mean,
go ahead. Go ahead.
you go ahead.
No, I was just going to say you have to respond to the attack first, and then you can use your stunt.
It's probably best for me to just run to the edge of the ship. I mean,
Roll me your quick.
I'll try and jump off into the water, but I might not make it.
Roll me your quick. You do make it, but you get singed on your way there. How do you take 2 damage?
I'll just take my level 2 stress.
Okay. Benjamin and you and Meridia are on the aft of the ship, like looking with anticipation and like preparing to like assist further if need be. When you see presumably Marjani's ship closing in and delivering its broadside, and the enemy ship detonates, the fate of Lyri is unknown to you.
Damn these pirates! For once, I was expecting them not to show up.
Is she?
Can you make a path out of ice towards the ship?
I'm not Arthas, Benjamin, but I can try. She will thus try. And she barely succeeds, but the ice melts very quickly behind you as you run across it, if you do jump it.
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, Buhd, as you are like scaling down the mountains, you hear a massive explosion, and as you turn around, you see that Marjani's ship has blown up one of the enemy ships in just one shot.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. And as you like manage to get like, to the bottom of the hill rather you were on, once again you see like a bunch of people running in all directions, whatchamacallit, specifically towards the ships that are not in combat. There aren't that many people around you. Most of them have already left, but you do see like some refugees, let's say, lagging behind.
Okay. Well, Bud's gonna continue running over towards his night elf friend.
Can you roll me a careful? Okay,
Wait.
I'm waiting.
This is how Buhd dies.
Oh, I thought you were going to do something to like reroll. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, I mean, I can.
Well, I heard wait, and that's why I was.
Oh,
wondering.
I said oi.
Oh, okay. Okay. You feel a knife point at your back, and an orcish voice say, "You know where Captain Bladebeard is?"
No. He was possessed by evil dagger, but he probably getting off island, if Bud assumes.
You see Tayu, your orc prisoner, like running past you after that.
Well, she get off ship good. That good. Good guesses. She didn't kill Bud, so that's pretty good.
Do you continue on your way to like the Sunsurge people? The Sunsurge people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow, you're leaving me behind.
I'm pretty sure Benjamin would want Bud to leave. He's not exactly in the best of shapes.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, but the twins are kind of going to war, so it's not the best place to go, I guess.
They're going right for Booty Bay and poor old.
I mean, Bud assumes everyone's gonna be going to the same place anyways, so, and he thinks they'll be okay.
I mean, when
Yep.
when you told the Baron to evacuate, the Baron asked you, well, where the hell are we supposed to go? And you said, I don't know, Gadget-san?
Well, but it wasn't really sure. He thought of places that they'd be okay to go to, so...
Yeah.
If we end up in Gadget's End because of that one line, I would be so mad.
Fun thing is, Bladebeard would probably know, a trip to Gadget's End will take you like, at the very least 2 weeks, probably like closer to 3 weeks. Golden Skull has supplies left only for like less than a week.
Oof.
Time for scurvy.
Time to go to Pandaria.
Time to eat some of our crewmate.
Well, Buhd do that all the time. I mean, Buhd only eat the heads, but...
It's really wasteful. Some ogres in Damor don't even have a single head to eat.
I think Buhd just wants to share the rest of the body with everyone, you know?
I guess that's fair.
He's being thoughtful, you know? He's like, well, I'll eat the head, you guys eat the rest of the body, it's fine.
That's fair.
So, Buhd, are you continuing to run in the direction of like the sunset ship?
Yeah.
Okay. You will see Tayo like veers off towards the southern part of the island. As you reach Baron Revogaz's house, you see it's mostly deserted. Do you like take a peek inside, or do you just go?
Buhd is not in a peeking mood right now.
Fair enough.
He is bolting right now.
Fair enough. You will see this ship start sailing away. Only you see this at this point.
A lot of ships leaving, but not surprised. But leave 2 of undead show up.
And for the moment, we're gonna stop there with you, Buhd, because that's like we've arranged the timelines at the moment. Bladebeard, that first broadside detonated the entire enemy ship, something which it is possible, but definitely very rare in naval combat.
Alright, Bladebeard just starts cheering with the rest of the crew.
Yeah.
Maybe like hugs a random crewman.
All the crew cheers with you, except the Aaran people. Bladebeard, you hear a whisper in your mind that says, you know there's more of them coming, don't you?
More the merrier. You know how they say.
Just try to stab someone next time. It's been a while.
Alright.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Benjamin and Archmage. The Archmage has made like a nice bridge. More like a nice platform that she's constantly reinforcing and moving, if that makes sense.
Did she come with me or did she stay on the ship?
No, she's like on the water. She went ahead.
You are Arthas after all. That's a compliment.
I can't
by the way.
keep this up for long. Just come on already.
Yeah, I'll catch up.
Yeah. Lyri, as you jump into the water and like get your bearings, like the water definitely feels good considering you just got singed in a big explosion. As you see like crewmen being thrown as well as detritus, etc. You see in the distance two figures apparently running on the water in your direction from the Moonsong's Folly.
I just kind of lie on my back and try and float and I guess see what happens. I don't know how well I can swim.
You feel a set of hands trying to drag you down.
Oh jeez.
They grab your leg.
Oh. I guess all I can do is try and shake them off. I mean, I didn't expect this to happen.
You're forceful then. Fortunately, the enemy got a critical fail, so you you managed to kick them off. But as you look down, you see several crewmen who are submerged underwater following the explosion, swimming to the surface. And you also kind of remember, since you're a Blood Elf, you've had unfortunate dealings with the undead. You do remember that undead don't usually need to breathe.
I just try and start swimming towards the shore as fast as I can because they're at an advantage here.
Yeah. Are you swimming in the direction of the two people who are running in your direction, or just the shore?
I'm not specifically going towards them, but I'm going towards the place I came from, so pretty much going towards them, yeah.
Makes sense to me. Can, first off, you roll me a quick, please?
Mm-hmm.
The undead keep up with you. They don't catch you yet, but they do keep up with you. And some of them rise towards the surface. Benjamin, can you roll me a careful? Your stunt would apply. You kind of see in the distance there's one figure swimming towards the shore, and it's being followed by several other figures, but you're not sure if it's Lyri being chased or several survivors of the ship swimming to the shore. You're not sure.
Should we risk it?
Well, she said she had a plan, I presume. I'm guessing she wasn't in the explosion, but I don't think she saw the broadside coming either.
Fine, let's go.
The Archmage nods and proceeds to shift the ice path in the swimming figure's direction. Lyri, can you roll me a careful to see if you realize what the ice people are? No, you are blinded by your need to, I'm being chased, I need to get to the shore, and you're not paying attention. Okay. Roll me another quick, please. Okay, you panic gives you strength, and you start leaving the undead behind. But you do realize they're swimming in the same direction as you. They will get on the island eventually. Meanwhile, Bladebeard, as the crew cheers, can you roll me a careful, please? You'll get a +1 assist.
Right. 1.
Okay. Not quite good enough. As the crew cheers, you feel the ship being hit by a volley of cannon fire coming from the north. And as you turn to look in that direction, you see another undead ship emerging out from the mists of the storm you're in at the moment.
Alright, there's another one.
The cheering stops, and Marjani quickly gets to work ordering her people to, get into battle position, etc., etc., etc.
Can I ask Naifu? You can do some magical stuff, right? Can you make the whole crew dig out their eyes? I mean the undead crew, not this crew.
Well, let's just say there's some interesting magic involved that I would need to get closer to properly meddle with before I do that.
Oh. Alright, nothing from afar.
Well, do you see anyone you'd like me to turn mad?
Mad? Not yet.
Then come back to me when you do. It would be very helpful if you could just find someone to stab, though.
Yeah, I get it. But all these people here are friends.
Well,
Once we see
I'm
someone,
sure there's someone who maybe cheated at cards against you once, or who mistreated your friends. If I could get just a tiny sample of them, I think I could meddle with the enemy enough.
Alright, I'll try to find someone.
Good.
Can I like I don't know, I'll go below deck first.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say that's a smart decision because everyone above deck is like busy getting the ship into position and like, how should I say it? They won't be easily distracted, I guess. And you'd also be visible. But yeah, as you go below deck, you see like people frantically reloading cannons and a few people like moving supplies out of the way to like protect them from cannon fire. Can you roll me a careful check, difficulty 2? You get an assist.
Yeah.
You do spot a handful of people who are like more or less isolated from the rest, and it would be easy to like get them alone for a little bit.
Alright.
By the way, your iron bodyguards have followed you unless you specified otherwise.
You two stay above deck and help with the cannons and fighting, alright?
As you wish, Captain. They both say simultaneously and go out above deck. Okay. DoomGoblin, would you like to describe like a member of Marjani's crew who like you dislike for whatever reason?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. Let's say I don't know, a human.
Okay.
A human man
Mm-hmm.
who once got in a brawl with Captain Bladebeard,
Of
and
course.
he actually is the reason why he has one of his golden teeth.
Mm-hmm.
He got in a fight with him because Bladebeard slept with his wife, and yeah, they got in a bit of a fight, and they never saw each other after that. And he kind of remembers him. Oh yeah, that's that guy.
Yeah. Do you have a name for him, or should I make one up?
I don't.
Okay, let's say Elswin. You see him surprisingly to you below deck. He is like visibly like tired from like moving some supplies around, and he's like taking a rest, whatchamacallit, in like a small isolated alcove. He's
Alright.
like wiping his brow with sweat and like breathing heavily from exertion.
Alright, I'll sneakily approach him.
You get a +1 assist. Roll me a sneaky. You approach him sneakily successfully. He doesn't quite see you. He's like, whatchamacallit, bracing against a wall, basically, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you say? What his name?
I forgot. Elswin. Elswin.
Elswin.
I'll type it in
Elvis.
chat.
All right.
There's
Yeah,
his name.
I guess. I'll first I'll stab him, then I'll say something. All right. I would like to.
Roll me another sneaky. You'll get another assist.
And this is like nobody can see me, right?
Not at the moment.
All right. And I'll roll my sneaky.
Okay, as you go to stab him, he turns around at the last moment, sees you, and his eyes like widen in recognition, like he recognizes you, and then he sees you with a knife out, preparing to stab him, like mid-stab motion. He dodges at the last moment and screams.
Oh, that was his roll, the 5,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yep.
Can I?
Unless you'd like to spend fate points.
Yeah. Can I spend a fate point? That yeah, I'll invoke my stab.
Okay.
Makes sense, right?
It does make sense. But I will invoke your shaken consequence.
That's Buhd. Right?
Oh,
Buhd is
sorry.
shaken.
I've looked at the wrong place. I'm an idiot, and I actually accidentally took one of Bud's fate points, and I'll give it back right now. I apologize, Skoll. I'll invoke your distressed consequence. Sorry.
I can't believe you would do this.
I'm sorry. I'm tired. It's 2 a.m.
And that means that I lose.
Mm-hmm. Unless you spend more.
I guess I could spend more, but you can spend more as well. Yeah, sure. I'll let me see my character sheet. Captain Bladebeard. I guess I don't have anything else besides being a pirate captain. Yeah, let me see. Can I convince you somehow that makes sense? Shit, yeah, I'm a pirate captain, and this guy insulted me and insulted my pride,
Yeah.
and I
yeah.
really want to kill him.
Yeah, it works. With that, instead what happens is you stab him, but it's not quite like deep enough and rough enough, because he did like turn at the last moment, and he's like, you like throw him over, and he's surprised and he begins to scream in pain, but you do get like a shot off. It's still like your turn. That was like your surprise round, if that makes sense.
Oh, alright. Then I'll stab him again.
Mm-hmm. Roll me your forceful. You'll get a assist.
Forceful. Alright.
Well, you're not being sneaky at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes
With that, he gets a scream off, but you stab him once again and silence him. And
They cut his throat.
okay, and as you look at him, you see like almost a weird essence, like a magical presence, like drifts away from him and into the knife, into Zalatath, and he like appears suddenly a lot more gaunt, like this isn't just someone you just killed, like it's a corpse that's been dead for like 5 days at least, if that makes sense.
Great. I can tell them he turned into an undead.
The stab wounds are still visible, but yeah.
Yeah, and I killed him.
And his screams were still visible. You hear
Visible.
the voice in
You can't see screams.
Oh, not visible, sorry. Audible. My apologies. Yeah, and Zalatath in your mind, like, exhales in relief and says, well, shall we get to work, Captain Bladebeard?
We already are.
And as you, like, turn around, you see 2 crewmen looking at you as you're, like, straddling this guy with a bloody knife in your hand.
What was his name? Elvin. Elsvin. Elsvin turned into an undead. He became one of them. I killed him.
Okay. Okay. As they like open their mouths to respond to you, suddenly they stop like open-mouthed and they turn to each other and take out knives and begin stabbing at each other.
Oh, I mean, just he is undead, not the rest of you.
They are literally stabbing and killing each other, and you hear a chuckle in your mind, and the familiar voice of Zalatath say, "Well, you don't need any unnecessary distractions, Captain Bladebeard. Shall we get going?"
Whoa, this is some dark voodoo. Yeah, sure. And I run away.
As you run away, you feel like energy flowing into you from Zalatath, and your level 2 stress shall be cleared for now. Meanwhile,
Oh, killing people makes me feel good.
Meanwhile, Lyri, you're continuing to swim away. Can I get another quick roll from you, unless you're doing something else? Okay, let me do the undead. Oh yeah, you leave the undead behind at this point with a critical success.
Awesome.
Yeah, Benjamin, you start like moving in the direction of like the front swimmer, but that front swimmer, whoever they be, is outpacing you at this point.
I can't believe this.
Is that her?
Can undead swim that fast?
She like looks a bit disturbed and says, "Unfortunately, yes."
Oh boy, am I glad I fought in the middle of Northrends.
And she rolls her eyes and says, "Well, what now? Do we go to the wreck? Is she there?"
I honestly don't know.
Can you roll me a careful, Benjamin?
Sure.
Okay. You see several undead, both underwater and like at surface level, closing in on you and Meridia.
Well, regardless, I think we should start moving and perhaps away from the ship.
I can teleport us out. I don't think we will be able to outrun them.
Fine, teleport us to the shore and let's hope the front swimmer was her.
Okay. As you like, find yourself at the shore. Lyri, you will be there in like a minute or so. Meanwhile, Buhd, as you continue running in that direction, you will see this ship and its captain sail off into the distance. You remember, on that note, that the captain, Crick, is an enormous coward and he probably ran away at the first sign of trouble.
Makes sense he'd go first. He coward. Very, very snivelly and weak, but would not blame him entirely, but still. Bye-bye.
Yeah, and as you're running, you see like a horde of refugees like despairing as they see like one of the only ships in that direction turn and run away. And as they look at the Sunsearch ship, they see that it is a tiny brigantine that will probably not fit more than like 20 people. So they reluctantly shift direction towards the south of the island. And you're like now facing a small sea of people moving in the opposite direction from you.
Yep, Buhd continues to go forward and try to get onto his friend's ship.
Mm-hmm. I'll move you. Yeah, sorry, or feel free to move yourself. I'll actually just yeah. It will take you like another Well, you, at the moment, I'll move you like here, let's say. You see the ship of the Sun Surges. You see the two siblings fiercely guarding like the entrance of their ship and not allowing anyone in. And you will also see, once I put them on screen, you will also hear singing a familiar tune coming from the ship, not this token, that you would recognize as the little ballad you wrote for us.
I don't remember it. Could you remind us?
Let me see if I can find it. Just have to scroll all the way up. I should have pinned it.
Well, while you look for it,
Found it. I can sing the lovely ballad for you all. In Bud's voice, of course.
if you would be so willing, you hear it sung from the Sunset ship.
We are the Buhd Buccaneers. Go and cheer, grab a beer. You better fear because we are here. We are the Buhd Buccaneers. Go and cheer, grab a beer. Smile big, wear a wig. Fight that pig. We are the Buhd Buccaneers. Go and cheer, grab a beer. The Buhd Buccaneers. Arr.
Very emotional. 10 out of 10.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Skoll.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you like sing that in Do you like sing that in character as you hear the Buhd Buccaneers singing it?
Bud hums it.
Okay. Yeah, you like pass through a crowd of like probably close to 100 people who are desperately trying to get on the Sunset ship, and the twins are like warding them off. And as you approach, they like wave to you to like, come on.
Bud waves back at.
Hello, friends.
The sister, Durena, will say, "Where have you been, Bud? You're late. We're supposed to go to Booty Bay. What's with all these people? Did you bring them?"
Oh, no, Bud didn't bring them. We've got people attacking the island, and Bud's ship got blown up by, well, Bud not entirely sure, but lot of bad stuff happened on Bud's ship.
"There's people attacking the island?" says the sister.
Well, like dead people.
"Well, let's get to battle then. What? Come on already, Bud."
Okay.
Okay. As you leap on board the ship, you first see the Buhd Buccaneers, who will cheer at your arrival as you would expect. You will also see a somewhat familiar sight of a very stinky Zandalari troll aboard the ship. He's accompanied by several small raptors. He waves at you as you come aboard, and the Sun Surges get the ship ready to sail. And you also see, come on already. This
Is it the Weasel?
this guy
Yeah, I knew it.
There he is.
aboard the ship, and as you come aboard, he has a shocked expression on his face.
Oh, it's you, the troublemaker.
Hey, I'm with them. I'm with them. Can't hurt me. Not anymore.
Well, you better be a fighter then, 'cause they like fighting.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
We're the Buhd Buccaneers. Go and grab something.
Don't even know Bud's song that Bud wrote.
Oh, you're Bud?
Yes, I'm Bud, but always been Bud.
Ah, shit.
Oh, so you part of Bud's crew then?
He looks around in a panic, and the ship starts moving away from the shore already as the desperate crowd of refugees hurls insults at you.
Bud just kind of waves at them goodbye.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the weasel looks panicked and says, "Go, Buhd Buccaneers. I can shank someone if you want me to.
No shanking yet. You can help shank demons, though.
Demons? What demons?
That's where we're going to.
Oh, God. He panics.
You can go back to Ireland if you want, but, you know.
No.
Not it.
Anywhere but there. Orc lady might be there.
That what you thought. Oh, but Bud's stubborn her. She nice. She not kill Bud.
No, he unsheaths his shiv and like points it in desperation at you. No more of that. Wait, I go. I'm with your crew. You're captain, but no orc.
Okay, we don't have any orcs in crew yet, but no, don't worry. She trying to find Bladebeard and kill him probably.
Durfar, the Knight of Brother, walks up to you, Bud, and sees the weasel pointing a shiv at you and says, "Trouble, Bud?"
Not really. He very well, he a weasel, so you know, go by that name, go by that life.
Yes, I see. I thought you might be useful as our galley slave, but fortunately, after I got him, I realized that this is not a galley.
Yeah, but not sure what a galley is either.
Yeah. Durfar shrugs at you, and the weasel points his shiv at you as he did before. Can you roll me a careful check, Bud? Difficulty 2. You see that he is chained up to the ship.
Why you chained up?
Durfar will say, well, he's our slave, as I said, our galley slave. No, we don't have any oars for this ship to be a galley, but he's our slave.
Why you let him keep shiv then?
Oh, slaves gotta survive somehow.
That makes sense to Bud. No, Bud say you keep eye on him. He crafty.
Oh, we're not even going to bother with that, Bud. We have demons to slay. What? We are under attack by demons, right?
Well, no, they undead.
Yeah, same
They
difference. Same difference.
They come from they're a bunch of dead pirate ships coming. There are a lot of them.
Yeah. And as your ship continues to move towards the north, you are moving towards the north where the other enemy ships are, right?
It seems that way.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Bladebeard, just for a second before you go to Benjamin and Lyri, you just stabbed someone and Zaot have made the 2 other people go insane, but you are slightly healed at the moment. And as you come back above deck, you will see the enemy undead ship has like closed in, and the 2 ships are exchanging cannon fire. The enemy undead seem ready to board your ship.
Alright, what did you say? Quit for... Never mind, I helped you. Now, what can you do?
Very well, my dear, very well. I'm going to roll something. You see, as you look at the enemy ship with these very poor rolls, one enemy crew member goes to the edge of the ship, slits his own throat, and drops into the sea.
Alright. Like 99 more times. And we're good.
I'm working on it, my dear. Would be useful if you got me a bit more of a helping.
What do you have in mind? More people to kill or...
Of course, my dear.
Oh, do those guys that killed each other count? Or...
No, I'd like to drink from them in a more personal manner.
So I need to find more people that I personally don't like,
Well,
and then kill them.
or if you want, you can kill some of them, indicating the undead.
Well, sure. I'll go to one of the cannons. Oh, yeah. I should probably kill them with her, right?
That's what she asked, yeah.
You see, of course, I'm a brave pirate captain, Bladebeard, but I'm kind of hurt right now.
I'll take care of you, don't worry, my dear.
Alrighty. I'll try to remember when we fought Roswell. I did a thing where I embraced the void or whatever. Can I try to do that again?
Well, at the moment, interesting idea. But at the moment you're kind of in a different situation in that much of the void's magics are used to keep you together, for lack of a better term.
Oh, makes sense. Alright.
Though you do feel like when you killed that guy, you got a little bit stronger and like a little bit less dependent on like the void magic, if that makes sense.
Alright, can I, because I'm still injured, can I like, sneakily do this? Kind of, slowly get into the crowd of people already fighting and start stabbing undead people.
Sure, but at the moment you're not like engaged, but you do see Marjani ordering the ship into ramming speed and preparing to board. And she yells out at you, "Bladebeard, you're gonna owe me one of your iron dicks soon."
Alright. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Meanwhile, Benjamin Meridia, you just like teleported to the shore, and as you look and see the incredibly fast swimmer approaching you, you recognize Lyri.
Well, guess that's her.
Are you all right, Blood Elf?
Am I still swimming or am I at the shore yet?
You're still swimming, but you're within earshot.
I don't say anything because I'm swimming.
Can you freeze the ones who are following?
She looks a bit like embarrassed and says, "I'm not that skilled, Benjamin."
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what to do.
I can hold them off, I guess.
Am I on shore yet?
It'll take you like another 10 seconds.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll revive some memories from Northrend and I'll take out my sword.
She sighs. And now, Lyri, you have reached the shore.
I spit out a bunch of water.
Are you well?
I'm fine. I roll my eyes.
Well, what now?
I get up and I start brushing myself off.
The undead are still coming.
Oh, I know. Just leave them. I don't know.
Well, they'd come into the island and probably slaughter everyone in their way.
I'm not going to let that happen.
If we can get everyone off the island, it doesn't matter if we kill them all.
Well, from what the looks of it, the evacuation is already underway, but there's hundreds, if not thousands of people. It will take a little bit of time. Should we go and assist with the evacuation or try to stall the enemy?
I think it might be better to hold them off. Otherwise, it'll just create a mess if they get on the island.
The Archmage gives you a nod, Benjamin.
Was that the only ship, or
The only
look at
undead, the
Benjamin.
only undead ship? Do you mean? Above
Mhm.
board? Okay.
look at Benjamin?
Did I see the other one when I was?
You were kind of focused on your own thing, but feel free to roll me a careful. Your stunt would apply difficulty 2 to see if you notice. Oh yeah, you notice the shit out of the other ship fighting. And because of your really good roll, you see 2 more ships in the distance.
So 3 in total.
But I will say, because of your roll, of the 2 other ships in the distance, one of them will approach from here, and another one will approach from here.
I saw at least 3 ships, but it's hard to tell if there's more with all this storm around us.
If we just destroy all 3 of their ships, we don't have to kill them all.
Well, thing is, one of the ships is kind of coming from the other side of the island.
And unfortunately, undead can swim quite well.
But they can't swim faster than a ship.
As you discuss this, you'll see, like, over here, undead swimmers approaching the shore. You have, like, let's say, a minute or 2 before they reach the shore.
I think we should handle these before we discuss further.
This is bringing back unpleasant memories.
Well, they say the past comes back to haunt you.
Usually not literally.
Do we really have to do this?
Well, what do you suggest? I'm open to any suggestions. I'm not exactly enamored with the idea of dying here, but I can't think of any other way to help the people of this island.
I think both of us can handle the undead. Do you think you can handle the evacuation?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking Lyri since she wants to leave so bad.
I'm kind of taken aback because I thought he was talking to Meridia, so I'm like, me?
I mean, I'd be looking at you, I guess.
No, but I'm not thinking about that.
I kind of keep staring, I guess.
What could I do?
The Archmage shoots a frostbolt and kills one of the swimming undead. Well, up to you. I won't begrudge you any decision you make, but you need to make it fairly quickly. They're coming.
Look, at least bring them the information of what's going on.
Okay.
And maybe if you warn the captains, they'll maybe be more open into taking people in.
Sounds like a great idea. And I take off towards some of the nearby ships.
Okay.
I don't really know where they all are, but I'll go in kind of in the direction.
You know where
Benjamin
the ships
pointed.
are. You know where the ships are because they're big structures that are visible, but you don't know like which ship is captained by whom, basically. Okay. So as you keep running, Benjamin, can you roll me your careful? Your stunt would apply.
Sure.
You get their impression that there's dozens of them. The majority of the crew survived. The majority of the crew died in the explosion, but there's quite a few survivors.
Well, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. The Archmage hesitates for a little bit and says, "Mind if I do something selfish?"
Sure.
Okay. The Archmage will attempt to kiss you, Benjamin. Do you resist this?
I guess not.
Like a quick 2 to 3 second thing before she like gets back into position and readies the frostbolt, and she'll say, "If we die here, well, at least there's that."
I'm kind of speechless, but I position myself to fight, I guess.
Okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll do like a turn order. It will be Benjamin, then Undead Captain, then Archmage, and then Undead Crew. And we'll do like one round at a time, but when a round is over, we'll switch back to the other players, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Benjamin, it is your turn as the undead are coming ashore.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and take a deep breath to refocus myself. And I'll just say, well, I don't intend on letting anyone else die to undead again, so let's both get out of this alive, and I'll try to give myself an advantage.
Okay. What would your advantage be about?
I guess I try to spot the specific locations of the undead and try to figure out where they'll show up to better attack them, as they're still kind of, coming out of the water.
Then careful, it'll be difficulty 4, but your stunt would apply.
Oh, come on.
Not quite. If I'm not mistaken, that means they create an advantage against you.
Okay, I think I'll use a fate point then.
What would you be invoking?
I guess I'll go for Adventuring Sellsword. I guess I do some scouting sometimes.
Yeah, you've played whack-a-mole with undead before, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not swimming undead, but
Sure. Yeah. You create your advantage. What would you like your advantage to be called?
Why not undead guacamole? That's a good one.
If you didn't choose that, I would be very, very mad.
Okay. You create said advantage. You can find it here. Before you, Benjamin, emerges a infuriated undead figure who, points her pistol at you and attempts to fire, but because the powder got wet, nothing comes out. So she just roars madly and charges at you with her blade. How do you defend yourself? It is the undead captain.
Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'll just jump out of the way.
Okay. Do me a quick roll, please.
What kind of attack did she make?
Forceful.
Then I guess my stunt applies.
Indeed. So you have to take 3 damage,
Oh god.
which would be your level 4 consequence at this point.
Yeah. I'm gonna die. This is horrible.
Okay. While you're focused on the lesser crewmen, this fearsome woman charges at you infuriated and gashes you in the chest.
Yay.
With her sword. The Archmage, seeing this, will throw a frostbolt in this lady's direction. And she will deal 4 damage to her. So it'll be her level 2 stress and her level 2 consequence. 2 frostbolted. Which is not bad by any means.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
undead crewmen come ashore, and I'm going to roll a d2 to see who they will attack. One is Meridia, two is you. Okay, they charge at Meridia, who will attempt to dodge them. And Meridia successfully dodges them, okay? Meanwhile, let's say Buhd, as you're like conversing with the weasel, in the distance you see another undead ship coming in for a landing over here. You're not sure if your ship will make it there in time, but you think you could intercept them on foot.
We could attack them on sea, but we could also attack them on land.
Either works. I'm as fierce a warrior on either side. Stop bragging, brother. So what do you think, Buhd?
We could divide and conquer.
What's that mean?
Oh,
Are you after my sister again, Buhd?
No. It mean that one of us or half of us go on land, and the other half pilot ship to attack them on sea, or the other attacks on land.
The two siblings look at each other, confused. Then Rua the Zandalari Troll will say something in Zandali that is unintelligible to you. But the two night elves look at him and seem to like nod in agreement and say, yes, that's a good plan, Buhd. That is a good plan.
But glad Bud's plan is good.
Yes. And at this point, Durfar and Durana will attempt to shove you into the sea.
Buhd gets shoved in the sea, I guess. Very surprised.
You could resist if you want. It's up to you.
I don't think Buhd would expect it. So.
Okay. You are shoved into the sea, and you will see 3 of your Buhd Buccaneers also get shoved into the sea. Namely the 3 named ones, Kristen, Twinkles, and Billy. Durfar will yell out after you, "You divide and conquer them from land, Buhd. We shall take the sea."
Okay.
Yeah. And the ship goes forward, continues on its path.
Okay, Bud Buccaneers. We gonna fight them on land.
The 3 Buhd Buccaneers who are with you are extremely confused, but follow your lead.
Okay, Buhd leads the charge, I guess, on land then.
Okay. Feel free to move your token on the beach. You will reach the beach with your Buhd Buccaneers. You will see the vast majority of refugees have ran off in the other direction. You do see some invalids or drunks, people who are lagging behind.
Anyone that wants to help Bud fight, join Bud. If not, go ahead and, run away and do whatever you want to do. But we gonna fight.
20. Wow. A critical hit on this fate. Okay. I was rolling dice to see if anyone was willing to join you, and with a D20, a critical, all the refugees join up with you. Even many of them are barely able to walk, but they're all crawling behind you. They know you're a good guy. They know they will fight for them, and yeah, you got a bit of a following. And the Buhd Buccaneers are giving makeshift orders form up an attack column, charge towards the flag bearer, and all kinds of nonsensical stuff. But the refugees seem to eat it up. Yeah, you got yourself a small troop, let's say.
Alright, Bud's got an army.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's great. I wasn't expecting that.
Me either. Okay.
Well, at least one of us has to be lucky, I guess.
Bladebeard, meanwhile, Marjani is ramming her ship into the undead ship.
Alright. Oh yeah, Marjani, can I do something selfish?
She cackles eagerly at the battle, not hearing you.
Alright, never mind. I'll tell, what's his name? Ironbeard, to like, be very distracting. Maybe like, he starts pounding his chest like a gorilla.
Ironbeard obeys your order, but as he's already very fragile, every chest pound only like breaks a bit of circuitry and like unveils a little bit of his armor.
Oh man, he's so weak.
He doesn't take damage from this, but it is like a visual thing that, yeah.
Alright. It's funny. And as he's distracting the enemy, I'd like to stab a few.
A few of Marjani's or a few of the enemies?
No, the undead.
Well, you haven't quite reached the enemy ship yet. You are closing
Oh,
in.
I thought they were boarding.
You're
Alright.
in the process of boarding.
Oh, alright.
Yeah. Well,
Then be distracting once they board the ship.
well, as you say that, yeah, the two ships collide. The undead seem somewhat taken by surprise, and Marjani's crew jump aboard the enemy ship, taking them pretty much completely by surprise. They were not expecting this fierce resistance.
Alright, I'll join the surprise.
Can you roll me a careful check, difficulty 4? You
I can.
receive an assistance. Okay.
Oh, then I succeed.
Yeah. With the assistance, you notice the leader of the undead, of this ship, that is, that I will put on screen right now. I don't know if you, DoomGoblin, will recognize.
Yeah. It's his second mate, but she's an undead.
Yeah, and she's like giving out orders to resist like Marjani's attack, like giving out orders, etc. She hasn't seen you yet. She hasn't seen you yet, but you do hear a chuckle in your mind and who say, "I think her blood will be particularly satisfying for both of us."
Can I compel myself
Go on.
on this? I'll compel myself, my captain without a crew or ship, and let's say I don't do anything for a round. I'm just stunned at the sight.
Yeah. Okay. I will create a new initiative order on that note. Actually, let me look up a few things while I make up the initiative order, and we'll go. Okay. So actually, she will go before you. She has a bigger quick than you do. And then it's Marjani. Then you, Bladebeard. Then Iron People, your Iron People. And then Undead crew, followed by Marjani's crew. That makes sense. Okay, makes sense?
Right.
You can see the initiative right here. Okay.
And do I get a fate point?
Yeah, you do. Good point.
Alright.
Thank you for reminding me. Okay. Does this apply to your two Iron People? They will not act without your order.
He ordered
Them to cause
He
a
ordered
distraction.
the
Yeah.
big one to be distracting,
Okay.
so I guess he'll do something.
Okay. Cherry leaps from her like perch and stabs some of the invading crew people. And kills one of Marjani's crew. Okay, Marjani will now do what is her thing? Yeah, she will do the same and kill one of the undead. Okay, next your turn. You do nothing. What do your iron people do? You manage them basically.
I guess I don't give them any orders, but the Ironbeard, he starts pounding his chest.
Give me a flashy roll from Ironbeard difficulty 2.
Oh yeah, his flashy.
You
Oh,
have his
shit.
stats. You have his stats.
Yeah, I do. And I believe he's plus 4 in flesh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, give me a second.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember how to manually roll?
Roll.
Space for the F plus your modifier.
4.
Okay. Ironbeard, and by extension, you get an advantage. What would you like it to be called?
I don't know. I was trying to think of something funny, but
The fact that he's a tall, very intimidating iron giant, basically.
yeah, Iron Giant something maybe. Distracting Iron Giant.
Okay. Very well then. You have this advantage with you. Okay. Meanwhile, what does Frignir do, if anything?
Vignir. I guess he attacks.
Yeah, no,
He
yeah,
was
sure.
ordered to help fighting, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure, roll me your force, his forceful rather.
He's forceful, which is Vignir. Alright.
Okay.
Yeah. 5.
Frignir takes down 2 of the undead with 1 blow.
Nice.
Okay. Meanwhile, undead crew. They kill one of Marjani's people, and Marjani's crew doesn't do any damage to the undead yet. Okay. Meanwhile, Benjamin.
What about me?
Oh, sorry. Lyri, by this point, as you continue running, you will see like the crowd of refugees thickening. It's basically a mad scramble for the few remaining ships.
Well, I'm not going to be able to get to each of these ships individually and tell them to leave. And then I look over at the canteen.
Mm-hmm. If you look at the canteen, can you give me a careful roll difficulty 2? Okay.
I mean, what I was going to do wasn't really involving the canteen itself.
Yeah,
I mean, it kind of is, actually.
I was
but-
just rolling if you would notice something, but yeah.
I hatch a little plan to kind of alert them all. So I decide that I'm going to light the canteen ablaze. So hopefully all the pirate captains will notice the fire and assume that the island is, being invaded.
Okay. Well, I was going to say something, but your character doesn't have that knowledge, so I guess I will refrain. You cut out.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, as you approach the canteen, you see like a few people like gathering supplies and moving them towards the remaining ships. What do you do? They don't pay you any mind. They don't pay you any mind.
I kind of look around and I shiftily walk over to it. And what material is the canteen made of? I can probably tell that from just by looking at it, right?
Oh, it's a big tent basically, and
Oh, he set it on fire.
Okay.
I just make a little fireball in my hand and try and set the tent on fire.
Okay. Roll me your sneaky if you're trying to remain unnoticed. Okay. You could remain completely unnoticed with that critical success, or critical failure on the people's part rather. You set the canteen on fire. People come out screaming from inside the canteen. Some very desperate people are yelling out, get the supplies, quickly! And a few people madly dash inside to gather supplies. But yeah, you've created a scene of havoc, definitely.
I kind of dust my hands off and I'm like, okay, saves me pushing through hundreds of people. I should probably head back and see how those two are doing. And I kind of run back towards the Archmage and Benjamin.
Mm-hmm. I think you will reach them at the end of their current round. So I'll put you in the initiative order after yeah, I think it's after the undead captain. No, it's after Benjamin, sorry. Okay.
A job well done. The refugees are saved.
As you burn their few remaining supplies. Okay. Benjamin, what do you do as this massive undead has engaged you in battle? Well, not massive, but you know what I mean.
I mean, is it bigger than normal?
Slightly, but not by much.
Then I guess I'll use that opportunity to drop a quick attack, Use my speed for an advantage. Not for an advantage, for an attack, And go in for a strike across her chest.
Oh, actually, she would go before Lyri. I'm sorry. But yeah. Go ahead and roll your quick then, please. Okay. She will attempt to dodge.
By the way, is there any other undead on melee range?
Yeah, you see several approaching you. Okay.
But are they already in melee range?
If you wanted to attack them, you could.
No, because there's my stunt that gives me a +2 quick when I'm attacking an enemy, and there's no others in melee range.
I will say for this attack it applies, but for the next thing it will not apply. Okay.
Okay. Then I get a 5.
Yeah. So you deal 4 damage. She would take her level 4 consequence. Is that alright?
Yep.
What would you like this consequence to be called, and what would you like it to be about?
I guess I just slashed her. I guess slashed.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
She slashed your chest, you slash her chest, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. The undead captain will furiously attack you back. How do you defend yourself? It's a quick attack.
I'll try to quickly defect her attack with my sword.
Then quick or forceful, go ahead. How do you take 3 damage?
Oh god. I'll use my undead guacamole advantage and the frostbolted.
Okay. Yeah, that would put you above, but I will use your slash chest against you to deal 1 point of damage.
Then I'll use slashed.
Okay. Very well. Yeah. You barely parry, but you feel like it took everything out of you. Meanwhile, the Archmage, seeing your predicament, will throw a frostbolt, and the undead dodges the frostbolt with ease. Next, the undead crewman will now swarm you, Benjamin. How do you defend yourself?
I guess I'll try to. I guess I'll try to sidestep them, their advances.
Roll me a quick then, please. Okay, you successfully dodge them. Okay, and at the end of... Go ahead.
Was their attack forceful?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that give me an advantage?
Oh yeah, you're true. Very true. What would you like your advantage to be called?
I don't know, quick feet or something.
Okay, very well. Up, come on. And at the end of the turn, Lyri, feel free to move closer. Lyri comes back, seeming apparently very proud of herself. She will now join the fight on your side. Lyri, you see Benjamin being swarmed by the majority of the undead. There's a few approaching Meradia too.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I act this turn, or am I acting next turn?
Next turn. Next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Buhd, you now have your small army. What happens?
Buhd raises his sword and points to the one ship that's on the horizon and shouts,
Charge for Booty Bay for the Blackwater Raiders.
Yeah, and I presume you charge forward, right?
yeah, he's leading the charge.
Mm-hmm. As you charge forward, and the Buhd Buccaneers follow you, and your massive army of invalids and old people and drunks also follows you. Many of them are lagging behind, but you do get like at least 12 of them still with you. But you do see like many of them lagging behind. They will catch up to you eventually. And as you run, the ship like makes a landing aboard, and you see undead beginning to disembark. What, do you continue?
Yes.
Okay. And as you approach the enemy ship, you will see, well, first off, as usual, your typical undead crew members, as well as, this will be particularly interesting, let me put it on screen, what appears to be an undead orc wearing a troll, seemingly a troll mask or something, that is moving like sluggishly but determinedly to the south at the moment, aka towards you.
Yep, Buhd is charging right at him.
Okay. Yeah. Another initiative order to add. It will. We'll do your initiative as well. So it'll be Buhd's battle, then Bladebeard's battle, then Benjamin's battle. Okay.
It's a lot of battles.
It is. It is. So for Buhd, it will be Undead Orc, then Buhd, then Buhd Buccaneers, then Undead Crew, then the Invalids, I guess. So, beginning of your round, Buhd, as you like charge into towards this, who specifically are you like charging in? Them in general, or like the orc, or members of the enemy crew?
Buhd is going for the leader. So the most unique looking dude with the troll mask.
Okay. He like stares in your direction, and I forgot to put his thing on my thing, but okay, he will form what appears like a bolt of green magic and throw it at you. How do you defend yourself?
Bud lifts up his cannon as a shield.
Go ahead and roll me your forceful, please. Okay, you successfully defend yourself. It is now your turn.
All right, Bud points the same cannon and shoots it at the troll. I mean, the orc wearing the troll mask.
Okay, it'll be your forceful. In addition to your typical forceful attack, I'll give you a +10, let's say.
All right.
Let me roll meanwhile. Okay, so you would deal 9 damage to the orc with the troll mask. Okay. It's going to take its level 3 stress and its level 6 consequence, okay?
Okie dokie.
6. It will be shattered by a cannon. Okay. Let me add her thing. Oh, picked the wrong damn font. But yeah, as you like absolutely destroy this guy with your cannon, can you roll me a careful?
Yep.
With that roll, you see that like the pieces of armor you've like destroyed and like the damage you've caused to him, it looks like you're attacking a corpse practically. It's another undead. Which perhaps wouldn't be surprising on that note.
Yeah, but it really isn't shocked it's another undead.
Let me mark some stuff on my thing so that I do not forget. Okay. Next, the Buhd Buccaneers will charge in to engage the enemy crew. And they will create an advantage. BB charge, I guess. Okay. Next, the undead crew will fight back against the Buhd Buccaneers. Up. Okay, and the Buhd Buccaneers successfully defend themselves. Then the invalids will show up and also engage. And not manage to do anything at this point. Meanwhile, on the Bladebeard front, Bladebeard,
Yeah.
the cherry looks at the invading crewman, and I will actually roll her whatchamacallit, her careful to see if she notices you, because that will be interesting. Will be difficulty 4. Nope, she does not, so she will continue attacking the Marjani people. And she kills one of them. Next, Marjani will fight back against the enemy. And, well, I typed the wrong thing, but she still kills one of them. It is your turn at this point.
Alright, can I kind of, sneak my way around the ship, around the battle, and somehow end up behind Cherry?
Roll me your sneaky, please.
Alright.
You will receive a +1 assist.
Oh.
Good dang.
Yeah, you successfully sneak behind Cherry. Are you treating this as creating an advantage, or?
Sure.
Okay, what would you like your
Right
advantage?
behind you.
Sure.
I got your back. Let's go with right behind.
Okay. Yeah, you find yourself right behind Cherry at this point.
Oh, and that's my turn, right?
It is, but you also control the Iron people.
Oh yeah. I just tell them to keep fighting. So I guess first Ironbeard will forcefully attack
Mm-hmm. Could you
with his sword,
please roll for him?
and he'll attack the undead crew.
Okay.
4.
He kills one of them. What about Frignir?
And Frignir will also attack with his hammer.
Mm-hmm. And he ties, creating an advantage. What is Frignir's advantage?
It's hammer time.
Okay. Very well then. The undead crew will fight against Marjani's crew. Oh, I've typed in the wrong thing. And the undead kill one of Marjani's. And Marjani's kill one of the undead. Okay. Meanwhile, at the Benjamin and Meridian Lyri front, Benjamin, it is your turn.
I guess I'll go for a quick pierce on the undead captain's shoulder.
Mm-hmm. She will attempt to defend with her own quick. Okay. You deal 2 damage to her.
I'll use my advantage or whatever it is. Oh, quick fit, that's there.
Mm-hmm. If you deal 4 damage, she'll take a level 6 consequence.
Can I take her arm out?
Okay. What would you like the consequence to be called?
I don't know. Locked off arm?
Okay. Very well. You successfully do so. Next, it is her turn. She howls in pain and slashes at you. How do you defend yourself? It is a quick attack.
I'll quickly jump back.
Roll me your quick. You successfully jump back. Next, it is Lyri's turn. Lyri, you come across this scene of absolute chaos.
Well, I see that the undead captain from before is attacking Benjamin. So I quickly, while, I'm kind of not being focused, I quickly run up, take out my knife, and I attempt to stab the undead captain.
Okay. Roll me your quick then, please. And I'll roll its quick. You do 1 damage to it.
Can I use its level 6 consequence to do some more?
You may. It will now take its level 3 stress. 1 more hit and it is out. And she is out of combat.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting to see you back.
I did what I had to do. All the ships should be leaving soon.
Benjamin, if you look back, you see a massive fire coming from the island.
Are they attacking us from the other side?
Sure.
Okay. On the Archmage's turn, she will attack the undead. Not the captain, but the crewman. And she will take out 2 of them. Okay. Next, the undead will attack you, Benjamin. How do you defend yourself?
Again, I'll do some feet work like I did before.
Go ahead, please. You successfully do so and create an advantage. Would you like to recharge quick feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, Buhd. I will mention to you, Buhd, even though you dealt some damage to this guy, 1 hit and you'll be out of the fight.
Yep.
I will say, remember the rules of Fate Accelerated in that you can concede a fight before.
This is true.
Okay, just something to keep in mind. I'm not saying you should concede, but you have no chance. But yeah, it is the undead orc's turn, and on their turn, it'll like shamble up from like the grievous wounds you have caused it. Strangely enough, it doesn't even seem to be angry or anything at you. It just silently casts a bolt of fell magic and throws it at you. How do you defend yourself?
Buhd tries to jump to the side.
Roll me your quick then, please. You successfully do so. Okay. Next.
Buhd's gone Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, it is your
I
turn.
swear to
next.
God.
It's Bud's turn again.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Buhd grabs his sword and runs to stab it through the undead orc.
Roll me your quick or forceful while I look up his thing just for a little bit. Yeah. A shield of fell magic blocks you, but you do like catch it off balance. What would you like? You create an advantage. What would you like it to be called?
Slashy sword. I don't know.
Okay. Slashy sword. Okay. Next, it is the Buhd Buccaneers, who, unless you will give them a different order, will continue fighting the undead crewmen. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And they kill one of them, but it's still like a big, practically a tide coming in from the undead ship. You're barely making a dent. The undead crew will fight back against the Buccaneers. And the Buccaneers successfully defend themselves. And the invalids you've gathered will also attempt to attack and fail miserably. Okay. That was your particular theater of combat. Next, I think it's Bladebeard's, correct?
Yep.
Cherry on her turn, not noticing you, Bladebeard, will continue to slash at the Marjani's crew. And she will kill one of them. Marjani's crew are like outnumbered and it shows. And now Marjan, yeah, it's Marjani's turn. She will attack the undead crew. And also kill, no, I rolled the wrong thing. And also kill one of them. Okay, it is your turn at the moment.
Alright. Bladebeard will get really angry, very furious at Zugalga, and attack Sherry from behind.
Roll me your sneaky and I will pose with Cherry's careful. She notices you and parries your blade. Go ahead.
I have things that I can advantages.
One of them.
Yeah, right behind you.
And also you get an assist. I forgot to mention that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So if I use right behind you, I have 6.
And you would deal 1 damage.
And can I also use distracting Iron Giant, Iron Beard?
I think so. Yeah.
So I deal 3 damage.
Okay. Cherry will take her level 3 stress at this point. Yeah, you stab her. Well, what do you do? Do you stab her or do you slash her?
I slash her.
Okay. You slash her from behind and she like tumbles, like stumbles. She turns around, sees you, and you see like pure anger and hatred on her face. And she will say, "Bladebeard, I was hoping we could find you."
Same.
You're gonna pay for what you did to me.
I already am.
She growls at you, and you presume that she will attack you on her next turn. Okay?
Yep.
What do your iron people do?
Keep fighting
Roll for them,
the
please.
undead.
Roll
All
for
right.
them, please.
Ironbeard first. 5.
He kills an undead.
And then Bricknear. Yeah, here we go.
Frignir ties. Would you...
Alright, I use its hammer time,
Okay.
so it's no longer a tie.
Frignir kills one of the undead. Okay. Meanwhile, the undead will keep fighting Marjani's people and kill one of them. Marjani's crew are falling at an alarming rate. And Marjani's people don't manage to deal any damage. In fact, the enemy creates an advantage. I'll call it determined undead on that note. Okay. He's undead. Okay. Next, it will be Benjamin. Would you guys like, after like Benjamin's round, we go for another round of everyone and then we end today's episode?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Benjamin, it is your turn.
I'll try to, now that the undead captain is one hit away from dying, I'll try to pull a finishing move by trying to stab it right in where the heart would be. She still has one, I guess.
Roll me quick or forceful then? Do you want to describe how you kill this person?
I'll be doing a very quick and precise movement of how I pierce the chest and I just take it out.
Okay. You take out a rotting heart. It smells awful, but it's not something you're not used to, pretty much. And the undead captain falls, but there's still several dozen crew members attacking you.
Yeah, that's not very nice.
The Archmage says, "Nice going, Benjamin. We can drive these freaks off." Lyri, it is your turn.
I look at the undead crew and as I approach them, I shoot a little arcane bolt in the sand to hopefully just find them, and in that moment I'm gonna try stabbing them with my dagger.
Roll me forceful or quick then, please. Okay, you kill one of the undead on that note. Well done. Next, the Archmage will also fire another frostbolt at the undead. And she also kills one of them. The undead will jump you, Benjamin, seeing as you have killed their captain. It is a quick attack. How do you defend yourself?
I'll roll out of the way.
Please roll for me a quick. Okay. Okay. Duly noted. Next on the Buhd front. Buhd. Again, reminder that you always have the possibility to concede, but before the enemy actually does something. The enemy, this creepy undead orc, will once again form a bolt of green magic to throw at you. How do you defend yourself?
Buhd goes for another roll on the ground.
Roll me your quick.
I would like to use a fate point.
What would you be invoking?
Let me give a look. See, former warlord.
Okay, and you're using it to reroll or to improve your roll?
Reroll.
Okay, reroll then, please. Okay, with a tie, it would create an advantage, but I'm going to spend a fate point to deal damage.
Oh, you are a. Wait, can't I use another fate point?
Of course.
Then I'm gonna do that to add an extra point.
And also, by the way, I only have like one fate point per scene with you guys, and I just spent the one I had against Buhd, because I get fate points according to the number of players in a scene, and you're all in your individual scenes. I guess, except I guess Benjamin and Lyri. So yeah.
Okay.
Technically speaking, Buhd, I'm out of fate points, and if you discover an aspect, you can compel it for free. Well, not for free, but guaranteed.
Gotcha.
So what are you invoking to avoid damage, if that's what you want to do?
Pirate first mate.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. That works for me. It will create an advantage against you. Raining green fire.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Next, it is your turn.
Buhd goes to bash his cannon against the orc's face.
Roll me a forceful then, please. Okay, it creates
Oh, gee.
a very imposing shield of green fire, and you get the impression that you will not win against this opponent. In fact, can you roll me a careful difficulty 4? Okay. And in any case, it gets an advantage, and I'm just going to, yeah, I'll call it Shield of Green Fire.
Oh boy.
Okay. You don't even sense like any malice from it or anything. It just seems like you're fighting a cadaver, pretty much, if that makes sense. Next, the Buhd Buccaneers. Do you want them to do anything else other than attack the enemy? The undead crew?
They could probably keep fighting the undead, I think.
Okay. And they fail. Okay. The undead crew will fight back against the invalids this time, seeing them as an easier target. And they kill 2 of the invalids, dispatch them with ease. The invalids will attempt to fight back. And they actually kill one of the undead, surprisingly enough. But you see, as you like look around, that you are outnumbered at the moment, and this very powerful orc is like beating you with ease at the moment. You haven't taken any damage yet, thankfully, but you do feel like you're in a perilous situation.
It's not good. Not looking good at all. Where Buhd's back up?
Should we retreat, Captain? Says Twinkles.
Might be good idea.
We're with you, Captain. We won't call you cowards or anything. Fucking coward.
But appreciate that.
Okay. Next on the whatchamacallit, the Bladebeard front. Bladebeard, Cherry, enraged, will charge madly at you. How do you defend yourself?
I try to dodge out of the way.
Roll me real quick. You get an assist.
Quick.
Okay. That you succeed. You sidestep her attack, and she roars with frustration at you, and she yells, "How could you replace me with an ogre of all fangs?"
I don't say anything.
Okay. Next,
Just look at her, very angry.
Next, Marjani will attack the undead crew, that is. And she ties, meaning she creates an advantage. Spearing around, I guess. Okay. Next, it is your turn, Bladebeard.
I believe you still have a fate point for my scene, right?
Correct.
Whatever. I'll try to have a flashback about this character and find out one of her aspects.
You remind me, it's one of your new stunts, right?
Oh no, I'll just roll careful and see if I
Oh, right. Okay.
I just word it differently
Oh, sorry.
because it's a character that I know, right?
Okay. Roll me. It'll be difficulty 2 to learn its high concept, 4 to learn its tertiary, and 6 to learn its trouble. So careful.
Right. Let's see what I get.
Okay, you learn its high concept.
All right.
Cherry at the moment, I'll type it in here. She is a vengeance-driven husk.
Oh, so I guess we can say that I see that she's a husk. There is like she's no longer the person she was.
Kinda. I've never seen Cherry be this like blindly raging about anything, even when you demoted her. Basically, you presume that it's like Zulgalga. You presume that basically Zulgalga is like twisting all of her negative emotions and bringing them to the surface and using them at the same time to enthrall this person. Make sense?
Yeah. Not what I was hoping for, though. All right. That's my turn, I guess. Yeah, unless I compel her, right?
Yeah. Well, you can compel at any time, but yeah. But I still have a fate point. Your Aaran people are waiting your order.
Ironbeard will. Let's say he cleared all the undead that were between him and Cherry, right?
Let's see.
Can he like grapple her, like maybe like grab her by the leg and lift her upside down?
He can certainly try.
Yep, he'll do that, and that will be which
Forceful.
approach?
Forceful.
All right. Four.
Cherry dodges out of the way and roars in anger. She prepares to strike at you again. What does Frignir do?
Frignil will I guess try to do the same thing, except he can't lift her really. He'll try to hug her.
Okay, roll me his forceful then.
Which is, yeah.
No, yeah, actually.
He succeeds.
Deals 1 damage to her. What happens narratively?
He like puts his strong metal arms around her and he has her in like a cage.
She struggles against him, against his grasp at the moment, but she's not defeated, not by any means. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, the undead will attack Marjani's crew and fail miserably, granting Marjani's crew an advantage. Dead men tell no tales, I guess. Next, Marjani's crew will attack the undead. And the undead gain an advantage. Dead men actually tell no tales. Okay. It is now Benjamin's front. Benjamin, it is your turn at the moment. Thompshire?
I'll try to quickly move in and attack the closest undead to me.
Okay, roll me your quick then, please. Okay. I rolled the wrong thing. Wow, okay. The closest undead to you parries you with ease and roars at you. It gains an advantage.
Is it not the opposite? Or am I
you
misremembering?
gain an advantage. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm tired.
We're already dying and you're trying to kill us more.
What would you like your advantage to be called?
I don't know. A vigorous strike, something like that.
Okay. Okay. Next, it is Lyri's turn.
I will charge up and get an arcane bolt, and I will shoot it at some of the undeads near Benjamin.
Roll me your forceful then, I guess. Now the undead get an advantage. Puny magic, I'll call it.
What happens narratively, I want to know.
They see you casting and like they jump you, and you are forced to cancel their spell. To cancel your spell in order to dodge them, basically.
Okay. It's not the worst that could have happened, but that's fine.
Yeah. What should I call them? Northeast undead, because you don't know the captain's name. Okay. Next, it is the Archmage, who will throw a Frostbolt and tie again, creating another advantage. Or do I have one for the Archmage already? No, I don't. Okay. Frostbolts flying. Okay. And now it is the undead who will, as I mentioned, attempt to jump you, Lyri. How do you defend yourself?
I will try to kick sand in their eyes, even though they're undead, and they probably don't care. I don't know, I'm not used to being jumped.
I guess that's a sneaky defense. Roll me your sneaky. You have to take 1 point of damage.
I guess I'm taking my level 2 consequence.
Sure. But I will spend puny magic to improve my roll.
Doesn't that still just mean I take my level 2 consequence?
No, it will mean you take your level 6 consequence.
Oh jeez, I will spend a fate point then. Oh my lord.
What are you invoking?
I guess I am invoking. I will invoke my Reckless Scoundrel because this is a very, very reckless move.
It is indeed. But I will invoke Big Ol' Black Eye against you.
Oh, can I spend another fate point?
Of course,
At this point,
of
there's
course.
no point. I will invoke my Scheming Magi because this is a very schemy thing I'm doing here.
More the magi part than the scheming part, but sure. Yeah. That works. Okay. Anything? Yeah, I actually will spend one of my fate points against you. I'm sorry.
What, to make it a level 6 consequence? Oh my lord.
You are able to like continue.
I mean, can I spend another fate point?
Of course, if you have a separate aspect for it, yeah, of course.
Let's see. Can't use Face of Innocence because I don't care that I'm innocent looking there and dead. I guess. Maybe. Would Chronic Manipulator work? Because I'm kind of manipulating the situation. I don't know. That's my trouble too. Oh my lord.
It can if you explain how it would help you.
Well, I mean, I just took them off Benjamin, I kind of manipulated the situation, and now Mr. Benjamin's okay.
Sure, I'll allow it. Barely, but I will allow it. Okay. Your level 2 consequence will be... bite marks, I guess. They are
Okay.
madly charging at you and biting at you. And you are out of fate points.
I am.
Yeah. And, well,
I have a bad feeling about that. A very bad feeling.
I know, but I only have 2 fate points to begin with, so once I was down to 2, it's like I had no reason to not burn them all.
But if you get compelled, you're gonna leave and we're gonna die.
Don't say that in front of them. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but
I will say, I would like to compel your chronic manipulator not to flee, but to... This is a good opportunity to get rid of this inconvenient archmage.
oh my god.
And since
Just as
since you have no fate points, you are obligated to accept. But if you if you think your character would not do this, you are free to argue against me.
I mean, I just started getting on a good side, but I won't argue against it. I have no fate points. I will do it, I guess.
Okay. Above board question. I said we would end after this round, but would you like to everyone to go another round to see where this compel goes, or should we end it right here? Up to you guys.
I mean, I'll forget what I want to do if I don't do it now, so I would prefer it
Yeah.
that way, but I don't mind.
Oh man.
Yeah, we can do one more round.
You're gonna get something way worse than a black guy.
Quite possibly, who knows? Okay. So, in the next round, Buhd, on your front, once again, reminding you of the option to concede, as the undead orc is preparing to strike at you once again, this time behind a shield of green flames.
Well, would retreating count as conceding?
Yes, yes.
That is what I'm doing. I am retreating.
Okay. Okay. So, in terms of the concede, the undead would like to pass, let's say, to move beyond you. You're sort of in their way, and you would be forced to allow them to do that. And in exchange, they would allow you to leave with your life. Is that acceptable?
I guess so. Buhd would announce to everyone,
Retreat! They're too strong! Run!
We're gonna take him, Captain, says Twinkles, but Billy grabs Twinkles by the arm and drags him away. The Buhd Buccaneers will also concede. The invalids, determined to save their island, will stay and fight to the death.
You're very strong and very brave. Buhd proud of you, and Buhd will remember your faces. Goodbye.
What? You're leaving?
We gotta go. It's not safe here.
But it's our... Where else can we go? We have to stop them here.
Buhd has to stop them elsewhere. Buhd has to go and save crew.
We're not running away. You go, coward, but we are not running away.
Okay. Goodbye.
Yeah. And at this point, the invalids will stay and fight and likely get massacred. But
Wow.
you have run away with your life. Feel free to move your token to signify where would you be going. The undead are interested in reaching this place on the map.
ooh, that's suspicious. They're actually going for the skull. Oh.
So you'd be going to the shore.
Yes.
Okay.
Along with his Buhd Buccaneers.
Okay, they would follow you. By the way, you also have control over the Buhd Buccaneer token, I think.
What was that?
And actually, no, I forgot to give you. I was saying that I thought you had control over the Buhd Buccaneer token, but I don't think you actually do. So never mind. Okay. On the Bladebeard front, Cherry will attempt to get out of Frignir's grip and stab him for good measure. How does Frignir defend himself?
He. Let me see. Just give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. So, how can he do this carefully? He will. Actually, he'll do forceful. He'll try to keep her grappled.
Makes sense. Romeo forceful. Cherry slips out and leaves a dagger in Frignir's chest. Frignir takes 2 damage.
Alright.
Can you keep track of Frignir's stress, or should I?
I can. Yeah, he's basically like a real character, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Has 3, yeah. And he took 2. Alright.
Yep. Marjani will continue to fight the undead and gain an advantage. We're running out of space for those at a rapid rate. But I know actually to save on space, she will use her advantage to kill an undead. Okay? It is your turn, Bladebeard.
Alright. I would I would like to somehow also grapple her. Like grab one of her arm.
That would
Let's say.
be forceful, let's say.
Yeah.
But, you hear the familiar voice of Zalatath say, "Stab her. Let me drink of her. I will aid you."
Shut up, dagger. I'll not listen to the Otet and I'll try to grab her.
Okay, the dagger will not assist you on your attack this time then. Roll me your forceful, I guess. You deal 1 damage to Cherry. Let me look at her thing to see how she's doing on that front. Humpty Dum, give me just a second.
Yeah, I think she took 1 damage like a few times already.
No, she only took it once.
Oh,
But,
1. Alright.
and she'll take her level 2 stress, and that's all of her stress boxes at this point. So she will start taking consequences from now on. Okay, next it's your Iron people.
Brignir will he'll grab her other arm forcefully.
Give me a Frignir forceful then.
Oh man, 5.
Frignir gets an advantage. What's Frignir's advantage?
Does he have anything?
No,
Like
he used it.
hammer time is used. Yep. Nothing. Can I invoke his aspect using my fate point?
Yes, but since you're the only one who knows Frignir's aspects, well, only one of the players that is, if you don't want the other players to know Frignir's aspects, feel free to tell me aspect number 1, 2, or 3, okay?
Alright, number 1. The last 2 words.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
second to last word.
Okay. That, I think that makes sense. You're spending your fate point on that, correct?
Yeah.
Very well. Duly noted, and you would deal 2 damage to Cherry. What would Cherry's level 2 consequence be called then?
Grappled.
Okay.
Yeah, she's basically holding hands with two dwarfs.
Sure. If that's what it is, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, and as she's being held down, Ironbeard will strike her by punching her in the face.
Roll me Ironbeard's forceful. Cherry will resist. Yeah, okay.
2. Oh,
Cherry swats his hand aside with her legs.
I'll use my final fate point to invoke basically the same thing on Ironbeard.
Okay. Duly noted. You would deal 1 damage to Cherry. What's Cherry's level 4 consequence at this point?
Level 4. I don't know. Can undead feel dizzy?
Sure. I guess.
Something like that. She was just punched.
Sure. I was just looking at something. Dizzy. I'll just call it Dizzy. She might not live very long for it to matter. Okay. Okay. Next.
Actually, never mind. Nothing.
Okay. And next, the undead crew will attack Marjani's crew. And they will kill one of Marjani's, and then Marjani's crew will fight back. And the undead gain another advantage. They are determined. Okay. Next, on the Benjamin front. Benjamin, it is your turn. Benjamin and Lyri front, I should say. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll keep trying to quickly dealing with the undead, and I'll try to again go for the one that's in front of me and just try to slash him to get this over with, essentially.
Roll me quick or forceful then. That same undead once again swats you aside and groans in your face.
Then I'll go ahead and use the quick feet advantage.
Okay. I'll just remove it. You kill that undead instead. You take it by surprise as it parries your first blow. It looks overconfident, and then you take it by surprise and stab it in the side, and it is dead. Lyri, it is your turn. Your compel specifies that it's a good opportunity to get rid of the Archmage, but I leave that specific interpretation up to you.
Well, I kind of scurry off the ground since I was knocked down by the undead, and I just kind of confused in the heat of battle. I make a dumb decision, and I, with all the strength I can muster, attempt to punch the Archmage with my hand.
Roll me your sneaky, please, because she's not expecting that.
Oh wow, I was trying to get away with a forceful, oh my lord. Oh no!
Okay. You deal 2 damage to the Archmage, and
This is not what I was expecting.
You punch her in the back of the head, and she like stumbles forwards into the undead. Okay.
After my hit, I will stumble to the ground and fall over,
Are you
leaving it just to Benjamin.
conceding the fight, or are you
Yeah,
just-
kinda.
Well, in terms of game mechanics, are you conceding the fight?
Yeah, I'm out for the count.
Okay.
I'm too overwhelmed. And,
What are you doing?
I mean, I was planning for it to be. I was hoping to get away with force.
No, I'm asking in character.
I'm in the heat of battle. I made a dumb decision, and I'm just very confused.
Well, no. Zelris, Benjamin, in-game
Yeah,
character.
yeah. I
asked you.
asked in character.
Oh, I'm being dumb. I don't say anything because I'm on the floor, duh.
In terms of game mechanics, you are now like sort of untouchable. We'll decide on like what exactly happens to you depending on the outcome of this battle. Okay.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. Probably a good move because one more hit and you would have been out. And the Archmage, like Benjamin, I'm not sure if you saw Lyri punch the Archmage or not.
I mean, taking
It
into
was a
account, like,
sneaky roll.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, no one just stumbles forward out of nowhere. So I guess looking back, I can,
Infer.
Maybe.
That's fair, but you didn't see anything happen, so you can't see. But
I mean, okay.
Maybe. She stumbles forward and attempts to like make sort of like an AoE Frost Nova as an emergency to protect herself, and that'll be her action. And she traps some of the undead and kills one of them, and the undead will take this opportunity to jump her.
How many undead are left, by the way?
Give me a careful.
probably not much.
Give me a careful. I can't really tell you with that roll. Several dozen.
Oh god.
Okay. The Archmage will now take 2 damage. Let me check on something first. Okay, so she already took 2 damage. I'm going to spend the Archmage's Brain Bash to make it 4 damage instead. So she will take a level 4 consequence. Okay. And as we discussed, I think this is a good place to end today's session.
I assume we won't be getting new fate points, right?
No, but except Buhd.
Oh yeah, because he's out of battle. Yeah,
Mhm.
duh.
Yep. And
Yep, him and his Buccaneers are retreating.
So the fact that I just
Didn't the Buccaneers stay behind?
No, the random people who gathered stayed behind.
Okay.
Since I'm technically out of battle too, does that mean I get a fate point back, or is it different because I didn't physically run away?
oh yeah, I forgot. You do
I mean,
get
it's always-
you get a fate point for conceding. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay. I mean, it doesn't matter either way I start to.
Yeah. Buhd would also get a fate point for conceding, but because he would replenish his entire supply of fate points, that's kind of irrelevant anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Bladebeard and Benjamin, this doesn't apply to Lyri because you're at your max already, Lyri, but Bladebeard and Benjamin, once you finish your fights, you will get your start of session fate points back, okay?
If we're
Alright.
alive.
Yeah. So, thoughts on today's session?
Stressful.
We're delaying
Not
the
really
inevitable.
Not really as conclusive as I think some of us hoped it would be. Because
Yeah, I
Joe-
think a lot of us thought we were gonna hunt down Bladebeard afterwards.
not even that, just not have to worry about our characters dying. But no.
Yeah, I just thought we'd just leave.
Whose idea was it to even defend the island? Was it? It was Meridia's, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you had the opportunity to disagree. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm. We did. We should disagree, Thompshire. We made a mistake.
Well, at least I'm not the one who attacked her.
Hmm?
At least I'm not the one who attacked her.
I was so banking on that not working. I should have yelled at her before I punched. Then I'd have to or force spell and I'd fail and damage myself instead. No, I feel bad because it took damage to her.
At that point, I would kind of argue against it because the compel was your character feels the inclination to get rid of the Archmage.
That's fair.
But yeah, this session was fun. But again, as you guys mentioned, I kind of was thinking more events would happen, but stuff did happen.
I mean, it's not that. It's just we have to wait another week to make sure our characters don't die. Scary stuff.
Zelris,
Buhd.
the reason I was hesitating when you decided to burn the canteen. The island already has a big issue with supplies, and most of the remaining supplies were there.
I had a feeling that was a really bad idea.
I mean, I have 0 force supply. I can't push past hundreds of refugees. It was the only thing I could do in character.
Couldn't you teleport?
I was hoping to use that first at the ship when I blew it up, but I was taken off guard. And then I was going to use it again at some point at the end of the session, but I never had a chance.
Yeah, so you should have teleported.
I was going to save it, but...
Well, you didn't even use it at all, and now
Bladebeard did use his big lie. He could have lied to those 2 people, but no. He caused 2 innocent deaths, SMH.
And Buhd caused like almost 100.
They were gonna die anyways.
Oh my god, you can't say that.
At least they died bravely. Bravely.
And Buhd is a coward.
I mean, I didn't want Buhd to die, so... And Buhd doesn't want to die either, he still has a lot to do.
The only people who saw it are dead or undead anyway. Well, except the Buhd Buccaneers who might not even remember what happened.
What happened to Bud's shipmates? They just kind of left.
They took Bud's idea of divide and conquer, but I don't know where they went.
They just decided to leave you.
They are above board sailing around trying to get the undead ship from behind, but that is a very long trip, relatively speaking.
That's why it's
because I forgot turns don't take that long, do they? Like in universe.
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna be using my idea of Buhd being a ship for his crew for briefly.
Do enemy characters regain health after the session is done?
No, that would be very unfair if you don't regain health.
I was gonna say, because if the orc person...
Oh no, the orc will regain health because he's out of combat. He's out of combat.
So he's gonna get his stresses and his level 2 consequence taken.
Well, no,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say the main reason why I had Buhd retreat was because he couldn't do any more damage to this guy, and it was gonna be a senseless death.
You get to fire a cannon next session, so.
Yeah, Buhd can fire his cannon again, but I don't think it's gonna get through that weird shield. I don't know what that is all about, but
he might.
Yeah, I could have glanced at him, but Buhd was at 1 health. I wasn't gonna risk that.
I'm surprised you even went into combat with having 1 health.
That
was really dumb on your part.
Well, I wasn't expecting... Well, 1, Bud's an ogre. I don't know.
Well, yeah, obviously. I'm not talking Bud.
2, the Night Elves were like, yeah, let's go fight, and Bud's like, okay, I guess we're fighting, and then they took Bud's idea of divide and conquer, and for some reason we're like, yeah, let's kick Buhd out and his crew, and just, have them do the charging. And I'm just like, oh, okay, Bud's not really one to complain about that, but yeah, Buhd was not in a position. I was kind of hoping Buhd would be on the ship and then they would go on that land, but yeah, no.
I mean, it's their ship.
Poor Buhd.
Oh yeah, it's their ship. I'm not surprised they did what they did, but yeah, I wasn't expecting us to go charging into battle immediately, but then again, it is the Night Elves. Those 2 Night Elves, so...
I wonder, did any of the other ships ever take off, or is that, secret?
Oh, you mean the other,
The other 4 at the bottom.
No, they're still, accepting refugees. At least from what you
Jeez.
see. Yeah.
I hope my...
You're roboting again, Zelris.
I said I hope my burning thing did something and didn't just destroy all of them.
It did something.
If I had to assume, I think it's actually worse because with less supplies, it would make less sense for them to accept more refugees.
Well, I didn't know that, so...
Yeah, that was a bad call.
I mean, it made sense for me, so... Tent's gotta burn.
Well,
My flashy's literally horrible. There's no way I could cast a big spell to let them all know.
Well, Golden Skull had enough supplies for to last like a week.
How much do we have now?
You don't know that, but I will say like for the nearest portion, the nearest landmass would be either Buhd Bay or Pandaria. To get to Buhd Bay, you need 4 days. Let's say 4 days. To get to Pandaria, you'd need like a week.
Oof.
Yeah. Well,
That's not good.
yeah. And also, Skoll. Yeah, Buhd was. That's why I kept reminding Buhd. You can concede. You can concede because you're not supposed to win against that character.
You cut out.
You were not supposed to win against that character. That's why I kept reminding you. Yeah, you can concede now.
I had a feeling that was the major reason why you kept doing that. I was like, well, you outright just told me that any damage I'm going to do isn't going to work anymore on this guy. So I was like, all right, it's time to go. Because I was at least hoping Bowie would take that guy out.
Is there any way he could have won against that guy?
Oh, of course, there's always a way if the dice favor him. And Buhd and Skoll, you were absurdly lucky, especially considering that one hit and you would have died. Well, not necessarily died, but yeah. You were absurdly lucky. And of course, if the dice kept going his way, of course he would eventually win, but that's like a 1% chance. Yeah.
Yeah, above board, I was like, Buhd has 1 health left. If I stick around, Bud's gonna die. And yeah, I almost thought that was gonna happen anyways. But because Buhd kept surviving, I was like, wait, Buhd has a chance to get out of this. I might as well take it.
Yeah.
And again, like, when Buhd realized, oh, I can't do any more against this guy, it's time to go.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty worried about how we're going to get off the island because the ships are engaging in actual combat, not just running away. How many are we going to even have left?
There's 4 ships at the bottom.
I know, but they're going to be full of refugees.
You can also pose as refugees, I guess. Up to you.
Oof.
Well,
I mean, Marjani's ship is, has a few members. It's lacking a few members now. Few died.
Mhm.
So there's room there.
God, our entire crew is all split up. It's so sad.
yeah, this is part of the reason why everything moved so slowly, because you guys split into separate groups and there were free combats instead of one. But yeah, I was kind of expecting and hoping that you would stick more or less together.
I thought that everyone would go to Marjani's ship because it's the nearest. And
I mean, I tried to,
I was
but
the only one.
no, I
Yeah.
tried his butt and it left.
You should have shot a cannonball at it to let it know.
I'm not you, Zelris. I'm not gonna try to do damage to ships to help out.
It wasn't to help out, just to let them know that you're there.
Oh no, I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to the last few sessions.
What do you mean the last few sessions? What
You know what you-
have I done?
You know what you did?
Well,
I mean,
I saved the
everything
ship,
you do.
I burned the tent, is that it? I also tried to
What-
trap you in the cave.
What did you do to Bladebeard last session?
What do you mean what did you play the
What did you do to the ship and Bladebeard last session?
I saved the ship from a monster.
No, you didn't.
The monster did not destroy the ship, so I saved it from the monster.
You destroyed the ship. You're the monster.
I am not a monster. You're actually a bully.
I've got to bully you because you're like, oh, but you should fire at the ship. I'm not taking advice from you about saving ships or getting at ships' attentions. It's a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. Well, look how that worked out for you. You killed like 100 people.
No, I didn't kill 100 people. They chose to stay. Bud told them. to
I only killed like 5 people in the ship. You have more lives on your conscious than I do.
I mean, the only
Buhd-
reason
Buhd-
those people followed Buhd was because Buhd inspired them.
Yeah, Bud just gave them inspiration,
Oh, okay, that's totally fine then.
and then they chose to stay when Bud told them to leave.
I mean,
Bud outright told everyone to retreat, and they were like, nah.
I mean, they got a critical hit on like being inspired. They're fearless at this point.
Yeah.
Suffering
Meanwhile,
from
Bud just-
success.
But Bud is just
Fuck
like,
up,
I
Bud,
want
instead.
my crew to live, so we're getting out of here. If you guys want to stay, you guys stay. Bud thinks you're brave, so Bud really doesn't have he's not really upset about anything like Lyri is. Bud isn't gonna be like, I really killed all those people. Bud's gonna be like, wow, those people were brave.
Sure.
Does he have an ultra instinct aura around him?
Because I said earlier he had an ultra instinct. Because he kept dodging shit. Bud was just on the warpath earlier.
You didn't call your advantage ultra instinct. That made me sad. You should have done it. Tisk tisk.
Wow. I did say earlier that I was kind of expecting you guys to stay together. I do like that all of you like stuck to your characters, and that's the reason why you like split up. Bladebeard like ran off first, and that's why he got split off. Buhd tried to be helpful and heroic and do the right thing, and that got messed up. Lyri, you were surprisingly heroic, but you got messed up for it.
I mean, all I want to do is get back to land, so I'm kind of forced to be a good person this time.
Lyri tried to murder the Archmage.
Listen, I've been bitten. I have been in an explosion. I am very, very.
In all fairness, you volunteered to go towards an explosion. So.
Oh yeah, I know. Just my plan did not work out because I was shot at by a friendly ship. So in general, I'm just having a little breakdown in the sand, surrounded by undead. You know, just normal stuff.
Yeah, we're probably gonna die, and you're gonna be left there lying on the sand.
I am not going to be left there lying on the sand. My roles are too good sometimes.
We shall see. Well, next session will
This
definitely...
session's tearing us apart.
I don't know
Right.
what will happen next, being honest.
I'm surprised we didn't see any of our crew.
Yeah, we didn't even see Johnny.
They all disappeared.
I know, but we didn't see the Varkle captain. We didn't see the cook. We didn't see Johnny. I'm glad we saw the Zandalari guy.
I'm not. I don't care.
I mean, I care because he's part of my story. So
why doesn't Johnny help you? Huh? Get out of this. Bite some zombies.
because they're all the raptors on the boat.
Well, they could have divided and conquered. I don't know.
Look how that worked out for Buhd.
Well, maybe if
we
he
have-
had some dinosaurs on his side, he would win.
Maybe
Yeah,
if they
maybe.
went on the boat, they would all survive.
I feel like Divide and Conquer might be the name of the episode.
Probably.
Probably. I mean, maybe divide and fail. Yeah.
Yeah, divide and get conquered.
Divide and get wrecked.
Divide and get conquered's a good one.
To be fair, we were pretty lucky with the one boss fight in the tower that wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, I guess this is the revenge.
Yeah, this is the karma. This is just we're bad now.
But all divided not only by physical space, but by our characters' motivations and how they're feeling. It's very, very sad. The whole crew is split up. Apart from me and Benjamin, but I just kind of messed that up, so...
Well, again, I have no idea what will happen next. Well, I know what the bad people want and what they're going to do, or at least attempt to do, but who knows? I don't know how you guys will do what you want to do, if anything.
Yeah,
Unless I
it's
have
actually
godly
a
rolls, I'm
turn.
totally gonna die.
I'm not so sure
I
about that.
think
I mean,
think
Buhd
I'm
survived.
gonna
You guys really need to rest at some point. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
I feel like
take
the
a
only
nap
person
in the
who's
middle
ever
of the
gone out of the
fight.
way to rest so far has been like
I
other
I feel good about
non-player
my battle.
characters.
Bud is a survivor.
He should have survived on that cliff by
You know,
himself.
but the thing now is that I'm worried that the group that got past Buhd will attack us from behind.
Well, they're going for the.
No, they're
going
just,
for the. They're going for that skull, which makes me
they'll
think that
just
they're gonna.
Are they
resurrect
going
the
for the
giant
skull
skull.
specifically?
That's
I mean, they're going towards it, and they're undead. So you know,
They're gonna revive a massive kraken or something. That's scary.
the whole
I don't-
the whole island is a big creature. We're on the skeleton of it, and it's gonna
Yeah, we're gonna have
shake
like a
us off
cinder.
into the ocean.
Yeah, we need to find the Wandering Isle so we can have like a kaiju battle or something.
No,
We're gonna have
that's how we get to
a.
Pandaria.
We're gonna have a Syndragosa moment.
But Bladebeard has Frostmourne, so
Yeah, something better than Frostmourne, one could say.
Whatever the heck Zaltath is, yeah.
Well, it would be a good time for that Raptor Loa to come and save us. His
well,
shark
go.
Loa friend.
Yeah, you Lyri, that's your thing. Call out for help.
No, I mean the
Don't.
actual Raptor, not
Don't.
Johnny.
Gonk, not Johnny.
Well, Johnny should help you out. That is the thing, though.
I mean, Johnny
need-
is the god
well, I
of
mean,
garbage
Johnny-
and beggars.
Yeah, let's get like a ship of garbage and just sit on it.
Yeah, but Skoll, all the beggars got killed because you made them charge into battle. What is Johnny gonna do?
It's not. That's you're asking for help, not Bud.
I know, but all the people that could help me are dead.
We're gonna use their
You
dead
also
bodies.
tried to kill them.
We're
I
gonna
did
use
not try to
their.
kill anybody.
We can use their dead bodies as a ship.
I'm sure Johnny will see it from my point of view and be like, yeah, you know, saying that the tent on fire was a good-hearted decision.
Who knows? Who knows?
I signaled to all four of those ships that, you know, bad stuff's coming, and look, they might be going soon. Maybe, hopefully. And I mean, we've almost taken out one of the four undead ships, so you know,
Yeah, there's one more coming. Well, at least one more.
two more, right? I thought three more were coming after we took out one of them, so we five.
Yeah, you took out the one in the northeast, and then the one that Bladebeard is fighting showed up, and then the one that Bud was fighting showed up. And
Oh
there's-
yeah, of course.
Yeah, there's one more on the
Okay.
way, at least as far as you know.
And we haven't taken out a single one of them.
You're on the way of finishing one off, I guess.
I know, but that was still pretty intensive.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
We should probably do a classic Ephemeral Orb move and run away.
Probably.
Maybe Meridia will decide that it's a good idea now that, you know, I've knocked her brain around a bit.
I mean, she's surrounded by undead at the moment, and they're like getting. To
There's
her.
barely any left, it's fine.
Well, a couple dozen.
Yeah, just a couple.
I thought there was like 12. We killed like a billion of them. How many are still alive? Oh my
Killed
god.
like 10 or so, I think.
What percentage died during the explosion?
Over 50%.
How many are on that ship? Like 100? Jeez. It's a big boat.
100 is not that big of a crew, by the way.
I'm no naval expert. I don't know.
Yeah, 100 is like a fairly not small, below average size ship. So
Can one of our fans like please do like an ephemeral orb like graph of which characters killed the most people? I'd really appreciate it. Thanks.
I know who killed the most players.
I don't know who that could be.
that's me, the DM.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is an undertaking that I do not envy. What can I say?
What, killing players?
No, counting your kills.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair.
I don't even think there's enough hours in
I
the
mean,
week until
honestly, it's probably you since you just blew up a massive ship.
I know, but you guys have like a 20, 30 episode head start.
Still, I would assume the times we killed more people would probably be the Naga and the demons the Yuriko summoned, maybe.
probably. Yeah.
Bud's killed a lot of people, I think.
I guess you're tied with Buhd now.
Bud killed all those hundreds of poor, innocent beggars and refugees.
Mm-hmm.
Do those count for him?
And they're not just like beggars and refugees, they're like the ones who were too slow to catch up to the other ships, pretty much. For like, maybe they're missing legs or they're like drunk or whatever else. Or old or whatever.
Yeah, those can be added to Bud's kill list.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair.
I mean, sure. I mean, again, it's not really gonna bother Buhd. I think it would bother Lyri. Because Buhd just sees them as Buhd just sees them as heroes that died as heroes. He doesn't like go, man, I killed all those people.
I don't think my character would care that much. I mean,
Oof.
maybe they would because they're like just random people, but still.
It's very odd to see a campaign where the characters are, if not good, at least neutral on like a alignment scale. So player characters are like either good or neutral, and they've caused so much damage in the world.
We have not caused that much damage.
Well,
I might want to retract that.
You personally, Zelris, maybe not so much, but only because you haven't been around for all the 30 whatever.
Are you saying it's inevitable that I'm gonna cause horrible damage?
Well, Session 2 you guys sold one. Session 3 allowed a demon invasion to happen.
That is true.
Session 1 you
Allowed is a very rough term, come on.
Session
Who
1
are we to stop a demon invasion?
Session 1 you welcomed a band of killers into Buhd Bay. It turned out for the best, but you didn't know that at the moment. Yeah, I can go on.
Yeah. If you stick with us, you're definitely gonna end up like that. Zoe.
Is that why Meridia was talking about arresting you all?
Probably.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And she's gonna arrest herself as well. That's
Yeah, she said. Yeah, she's like, I'm just as bad. So it's like, okay.
I just hope that Daddy. I almost called him Dadgar. I hope Daddy Khadgar comes back and saves us all. He Deus Ex Machina's in there and smiles a big smile and kills all the undead.
I mean, we'll all be dead by then, but probably.
Yeah, probably. He comes back for like his shoelacing behind him ship.
Yeah, I'm back, baby, and everyone is dead.
I was when we had the Lord Roswell arc, I was joking offline that like maybe Khadgar will show up because he promised to show up. He'll show up like Luke Skywalker and the Mandalorian and save all of you. But
yeah,
we need that right now.
We really do.
Back.
He shows up and everyone's already dead. He just kind of looks around and feels kind of bad for a minute, then goes back to just work. Goes back to filing papers in Aaran.
What's going to happen is Tyrion Fordring is going to run in on a bunch of horses with the Argent Crusades somehow, and they're going to save us.
But that fell dude is going to probably like spit fell at him and he's going to scream and die.
Yeah,
damn,
like,
that you just spoiled. You just spoiled Legion.
Oh wait, but he isn't actually dead. He'll actually die off screen if you're not a paladin.
Oh yeah, he actually does survive, but he dies to the wounds a bit. But like, it takes a while to do it. Yeah.
In fact, that's a great idea. Can we add wounds to this campaign where we just take damage for like 5 sessions after we've got hit?
I mean that's what consequences are, literally.
I guess.
1 point.
It's any other thoughts for our viewers before we go into our shoutouts? Just because we're going on for a bit, and this isn't meant to be another special episode.
Yeah. Let's end it here.
Yeah, it is especially sad episode.
So, dear viewers, thank you for watching and listening to us. I would like to ask these lovely people to talk about themselves. And I've rolled some dice in the background. The dice have determined that the owner of the channel, Skoll Shorties, should go first and present himself, etc., etc. Could you please go ahead, Skoll?
Yep. I am the owner of this channel, Skoll Shorties. You know me. I make machinimas. I make lore videos. I'm gonna eventually do stuff regarding Halo and Witcher at some point, maybe. I don't know when. But yeah, you guys can expect hopefully some machinimas hopefully soon.
Nice. Thank you, Skoll. Next, according to the Holy Dice, would be Sir Thompshire.
Hello. It is a painful day today, and I am Sir Thompshire, and I make machinima and render, and you can find me both on YouTube and Twitter. And yeah, once I'm not lazy, I'll probably get to making some stuff.
Thank you, Thompshire. Next, according to the Holy Dice, will be DoomGoblin. Could you please go ahead?
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm DoomGoblin. I draw stuff, and you can check me out on the internet on the various sites like Twitter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed. Again, all of our links are both on screen and in the description below. Thank you, DoomGoblin. And next would be Zelris. Could you please go ahead?
I'm Zelris, and I make bad decisions on the internet, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I do stuff online, and people sometimes like it, and that's
And you're roboting again, but
do you want me to say it again?
No, just the last two words got roboted.
Okay, wonderful.
Thank you, Zelris.
Just edit it all out. Oh my god.
I will not do that because I'm lazy, but yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, Zelris. Yeah, and I was your DM, Game Master Teeironor. I do videos focusing on like video game lore and history. I couldn't make like last week's video in time, but I will for this week. I'm doing my best. Please, I just got it's a way more ambitious video than I expected, but yeah. Then, thank you to all of you dear viewers for watching and listening to us. We'll be back next week on Sir Thompshire's channel, and we shall see you there. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye bye.
See you.
Bye.